silent night in the city light.
Greetings. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Mostly ladies. Gentlemen, welcome as well. Bren is here. Bren is next to me, but
Today is not Brenda's day.
it's not Brenda Day.
Mhm.
It's not at all. We've reached that part of the program where
I'm the limited edition special.
you are the limited edition special guest on your own stream.
Yeah,
So,
on not my channels. Yep,
mm-mm.
which is great. Hi Nathan. Yeah,
Hello,
love
Anna
that.
Banana.
I love that everyone's a hi Nathan. And yeah, today's Nathan's show. Yeah,
It is. It is.
there you go.
Hello to all my friends. Let's see here.
You
Yeah,
guys are on show.
so
Mm-hmm.
there is. You might take in more of the background today because the camera had to be raised. So that expands, what's happening here.
I love it. Hello, Captain America.
It is very, yeah. I mean, I did go shopping for another Mexico jersey today. It was unsuccessful in finding the black one that I wanted.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We did find some headgear that I'm excited about purchasing for next week. And yeah, if you're newer to my face, my name's Nathan.
Introduce yourself for the crowd.
My name's Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
I am Brenda's significant other.
Captain America.
I do feel like this is a good time. If we take a trip down memory lane, some of y'all don't know this, but I was already starting my international remote reporter on the scene relationship with this stream.
You were
as early as like the first couple of weeks of January, I want to say.
Yep.
Maybe like week 2 of January
Yep.
of this year.
Mm-hmm.
So we're almost at our 6-month anniversary.
Yeah. Yes, your anniversary. This is not my anniversary. I have nothing to do.
You and me.
Mm-hmm.
You and me. We were made for each other.
Say it closer to.
We were made for each other. So, yeah, very safe place to start. We've got a big show planned for you tonight.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I do think we have a good tie-in to. Remember the photo I sent you on WhatsApp 2 days ago?
The photo
of the circus at the White House.
Yes.
How do we show our?
You want to show that?
I want to I want to see who catches.
I'm sure that there's videos on YouTube. Do you want to search?
No, it's that. Do you remember what the connection?
Perdón, mi cerebro está muy estúpido. You continue talking. I'm just gonna show it to you.
You won't be able to see it. You won't be able to see it.
No se preocupen. Not them. Wait, hold on.
It's the one of the motorcyclist.
The one.
The guy like.
Nope. This one.
Nope.
No. This one. No.
You're too far back.
I'm so sorry. Continue.
Un momento.
Muy bien, presente. Pueden pasar lista. Hermoso. Ahora espérate. Pues muchísimas gracias. Fíjense, les voy a decir algo. Hoy nos fuimos a Forever 21. Fíjense, está re buenas las ofertas ahorita. Esto está increíble. La verdad, esto como ¿cuánto fue? Como 200 varos. Entonces, sí. 10%. You know what? Like, there's great sales in Forever 21 going on. They were like, you can take 2 for 200. I'm like, I'm gonna take 2 for 200. Yep. Yep. Okay, I got it. I got you. No worries. I want to show it. I can show it. Don't worry.
Okay.
You trust me, and you've always so just continue talking to everybody, and I'll do it. Continue.
Yeah. So it was getting close to. Well, right now we'd be at about 5 months.
Yes.
5 months ago, this was
the first introduction. The first introduction that you had to. There you go. Here it is. Okay. Continue. By the way, I'm particularly excited because of Prime Day sales, and I'm gonna be able to. Al fin, ya se me hizo. Voy a poder comprar mi café. I'm finally gonna be able to buy my First Amendment coffee. I'm very excited about this.
Why would you give it away?
I haven't given it away. There you go. Now you can show it for everybody. There.
This right here. So this is a scene. This is the scene from this last weekend
Mhm.
at the White House, where the UFC monstrosity was taking place on the lawn, defiling our. Yep, yep. That's actually none of that is AI. Surprisingly, that is all real somehow.
¿Por qué parece que un niño se hizo presidente de los Estados Unidos? Why does it seem like a boy became president of the United States?
Yeah, why does it seem like just
There you go.
it's like they couldn't get the American gladiators, so they just tried to wrangle their own thing together.
Sí,
And
vieron
here we
el
are.
veces que pusieron que Trump puso la UFC. O sea, el presidente, espérate, es como Kiko también en YouTube. En todos los tres, estamos en los tres. We are in the 3 platforms. We are in YouTube, we are on Twitch, and we are on Kick. So you're in 3 different places.
And why this was why this I thought this would be touching to you, like it was to me, is that if you look in the lower corner here, you'll notice that at this national debacle, that our very own
My coffee.
Black Rifle Coffee Company, back from my very first appearances with you from Republican Disneyland, is a sponsor of this event.
Y ahorita como ya va a ser los descuentos de Amazon, me voy a pedir un chingo de bolsas de café. I'm gonna get the one that has like the chicken with the night goggles and the dog
and the Tactisquatch.
And yeah,
don't forget Tactisquatch.
Yep, el Sasquatch, sí. Yep.
We will do a live tasting here before too long.
Ha de saber, that must taste like shit.
Yeah. I don't know who's ever like licked a Sasquatch in the first place to know what it tastes like, but
Black Rifle Coffee. I cannot wait. I'm just too excited. Miren, voy a conseguir estos. Miren, Black Rifle Coffee Company drink. How many types do they have? This is definitely like, yep. Definitely like just black. Just black. There you go. Yep. Remember that you see? There's a sale. This one.
there we go. That's it. That's what we need.
Sasquatch. Café de Sasquatch. No mames, ¿qué es esto? Can't wait.
Tactisquatch. Which is important because a lot of Republican men like to cosplay in their tactical armor and weapons, knowing they will never do a fucking thing.
Este es de una gallina que tiene gogles para ver en la noche. Entonces, ¿sí? Por los descuentos. Yep. I'm so excited about this. Anyways, all right.
So yeah, so that's
continue with your show.
We've been at this for a while.
Yep.
And now here we are. So tonight's plan, we almost did it last week. We're doing it this week instead. So I'm gonna play one of my favorite games for you. We're gonna start from the beginning. The game is called The Blueprints. I think it's a wonderful game. Came out of nowhere. Was a free PlayStation game. Downloaded it. I've now played through it twice. Have almost got all the way through it.
I'm sure you can translate that. She likes it. You see? I'm telling you.
It's super bueno.
Best?
Super bueno.
Pam knows what's up.
Let's see here. Yeah, so we're going to
I'm gonna play.
We're gonna go through that, and then I thought, we'll just dialogue. We'll just have a good time. I might share more of my story with you. Feel free to engage as you see fit. I will do my best
Va a ser su máximo intento.
to respond to comments as, of course, I'm gonna be playing a game for you guys, with you guys. It's a very unique game. I think you'll see that. I think you might appreciate it and enjoy it. It's got great atmosphere, but obviously, like, my Spanish is still a work in progress. I will do my best. Brenda will help me out if there's something that I need to respond to that's not I can't really figure out.
Vengo de asistente. I'm the assistant for today, which is just awesome.
She's a very good assistant. She was a great assistant during my live stream at the parade last week. So.
Uno que es chingón. Okay, all right. So we're ready to start?
Yeah, let's start it up.
Let's do it. Okay, all right. So just Because we need to do some do just
How many we
great.
got? I need to like keep track of like how we're doing interest wise. So how many we got going right
We
now?
got like 39 right
All right,
now.
that works.
That works. That works pretty good. All right. Okay. So I'm just moving around stuff while I get everything ready for you because we are the experts over here.
Yes. Oh, do you guys like my new pink shirt I got today?
Obviamente, entonces eres la tonta, ándale, igualito a una banana. ¿Qué opinan de la playera rosa? Es que está muy, the sales are pretty good in Forever 21. They're actually pretty nice. All right, okay, let's go. I'm sorry. I'm new at this thing. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Está muy fuerte la música. Para eso estoy yo. Okay, ya suena mejor. I'm just.
She said it's muted.
It was. It
Now
was.
we're good.
Now we're good. Okay.
How do I get the controller to work over here?
I'm just gonna click on the screen. Aguántame. Hold on. Tenía que ser Brenda. I know. I'm sorry. Es que parezco nueva. Muy bien. Okay. Creo que según yo ya está también la música. Entonces ya se oye. Ya está bien. Excellent. Please go ahead. Is it working? It's not even.
It's not plugged in.
Okay. Can you do okay? Just keep talking.
Step 1: plug in all accessories. Have you tried turning it off and turning it on back? On again.
I know. Isn't it great? Aren't you happy that you have me as your assistant?
Yes.
Hold on. Okay, keep talking to everybody.
Well, while she's down there.
Okay. Shut up.
What? Hey! Stream likes when I flirt with you. Stream really loves. Not only does the stream really love when I flirt with you, they really love when I flirt with them. Exactly. But even more so, I found out today that Brenda really loves when I'm horny for the stream. According to her own words.
Can you tell them exactly what I said? I need you.
We go. So Thursday, we decided to do our day out today instead of tomorrow, because she's not teaching as much. Like it's not as, with everyone close the semester. Correct. Term. So we go to one of the malls, we eat food, we go around and shop, and it gets to like 4:00, and I'm kind of like hitting the wall of like I'm not tired. She thinks I'm tired. I'm just kind of relaxed. I think we just got some ice cream.
It seems like you were sleepy. That's why.
She was like, "Oh, you're sleepy." I'm like, "No, I'm good. Just relax."
Yeah, but do you see my phone over there? I just need a light. Should be behind you, or just let me borrow your phone.
Where? Here you go.
Over there.
Yeah.
There you go. So tell everyone the story of like 40.
So she was like, "Well, I need to get you some coffee or something. You're doing the stream tonight." I'm like, "I'll be fine." She's like, "No, but it's Nathan After Hours. I need you to be like horny for them." And I'm like,
"Okay.
Is that what you meant to say?" I mean, we could make that happen, but I have no problem. So that's where we're at tonight, gang. All right.
Excuse me.
Maybe if we stop plugging these into the back of the refrigerator-sized machine, it wouldn't be so complicated.
Help. Thank you.
All right.
You see? Control yourself. But thank you. Can we confirm if it works?
All right, we're in.
Es que le dije, te necesitamos horny para el chat. We need you horny for that. Yeah, because they like it.
All right, well, as long as the gang
likes it.
Do we have like Max Alejandro? Do we have any of the guys here tonight?
The guys.
Is it just straight?
Everyone, the girls, you see? Mi pan coquito. Max Alejandro just got here.
Okay. Perfect. All right, then we can begin.
We need the gang. We need everyone. The gang support. And are you, Nathan? Are you?
Oh, very. Oh, so incredibly.
I love you. Okay, well, have fun.
All right.
And I'll be checking the comments.
Mhm.
I'll be checking everything. Let me
So
get a drink first. Let me go.
yeah, will you give me a refill?
Of course. Wait, is line?
Porfis.
Tell everyone that you have been asking for things porfis because of
She told me that that's like the more casual way of instead of saying like por favor. So I've been using that. And then today she's like, oh, it's kind of the gay way of saying please. I'm like, what are you talking about? I've been using it for all of my transactions.
Can I have these porfis? Use it. Use it. Use it for a sentence. Use it for a sentence.
I don't know. La cuenta porfis. How is that? Is this something that was radicalized by the gay community and I don't know about it? Like, yeah, this is literally one of the first expressions she taught me. I'm like, I use that in Buenas Buenas. So, I don't know. Okay. So we're going to dive in. So this game is like, it's kind of it's very puzzling. Let me just kind of give you a Cliff's Notes version. It'll give us like the intro. Main character's name is Simon. His great uncle has passed away and has bequeathed to him, has left him his estate in his will. This game is full of puzzles. This game is probably the most like puzzle on puzzle, layer after layer after layer game I've ever played. It is amazing to think like even right now on my file over on the computer I use, I am as close to the end as I ever got. I thought I bricked it last night. I quit because I was like, I'm gonna have an aneurysm because I'm so close to the last couple cutscenes after like the bulk of the game, the main bulk of the game. The main bulk of the game we're gonna try to get through tonight. I think we might be able to do it in one session. But everything has purpose. Every detail is like very precise. I'm not going to explain everything, read everything. I'm going to like go on the path that I know like kind of makes progress, but I will stop and like show things and explain, read anything that's like part of the narrative. Just so you guys feel kind of dialed in. I think you'll enjoy it. So any questions real quick before we get going? Otherwise I'm going to hit start on this. Palabras. Preguntas y palabras.
La cuenta porfis.
Ay.
I'm telling you. A ver, espérame. Ahí voy. Yo aquí ando para traducir. Why do you have 62 people? Ah, no, espérate. No.
All right, here we go.
Palabras. Okay.
You ready to roll? Let's
Yep.
do this.
Qué buen servicio.
This is one of my favorite. This is probably my favorite indie game
De nada.
in existence.
Ay, la taco. Oh, la taco. Taquito, she has been a follower since my days on YouTube. Like with the gang back then. So she has been with me a long time. ¿Qué pedo? Yo vengo llegando. No te preocupes, mi pan Cuquito. Mi pan Cuquito, she's also watching the Colombia match right
All right.
now.
Here in town.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I have to here. Yep. Okay.
This game also takes place in kind of like a Pacific Northwest type environment, which is my absolute jam. So the uncle's name's Herbert.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate.
Do they have volume on their end?
Do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me.
It's gonna be a good time.
I give and bequeath to my grandnephew.
My mom just got here.
Jones,
Christina, what's the name of the game? Remind me one more
Blueprints.
Blueprints. I remember Blueprints.
They're reading right now. Like it's literally giving them the narrative right now.
Let's not the chistes, man.
House and land which I own near Mount Holly.
Look at that.
It also looks pretty. It looks pretty great.
It's very pretty for a cell shaded game.
Se ve bonito.
Okay, it's important.
Grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room
That's
has
the
been
goal.
kept a secret I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner.
Básicamente, hermosas, es encontrar la habitación número 46. So it's finding this room in particular.
Gotta find. Yeah, getting to room 46 is the
El
goal.
chiste. Ujú.
Shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 8th day of March.
When words in a game are being spoken,
1993.
it's
Herbert
usually
S. Sinclair.
important. Just usually.
Literal, Guadalupe, life later known you since I was in middle school.
Fun.
Now she's 21. She was 13 when I met her.
Now an actual adult.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So we're day one. Here we go. This is the grand estate here. All right. Now we're gonna start out. It's also kind of a roguelite, meaning every time you play, there's things that are randomized. You gain certain improvements as you go. But this is day one. And if you see in the top left corner of the screen, it's got where it says 50, and it's got little shoes. That's the number of steps you have. That's the number of steps you can take in a day. Once that hits 0, the day's done, and you have to restart. You start a new day, and you start everything over again. Every day you make new discoveries that help you kind of get further in following days. A step, just so you know, though, it's counted as a step anytime you cross into another room. So if I go in a room and I come back, that's 2 steps. That becomes a big part of the game, your step management. I'm going to take you on a tour of the grounds real quick on the outside, because they don't count as that many steps. So you can see what we're dealing with, and then we'll come back in here. We'll share how things are going. All right. So this is the main hall. That's where we're at.
¿Want to translate?
Go for it.
Ok. Bien, pues fíjense, este juego en esencia es encontrar una habitación que es la habitación número 46 porque es una herencia. Son un chico. Entonces el chico tiene que buscar la habitación y está ensamblando como diferentes está ensamblando los diferentes cuartos de la habitación. Entonces, incluso lo que pueden ver en la parte superior, es el número, no quiero decir número de pisadas porque no, pero hagan de cuenta de que les quitan como una pisada o un paso cada vez que entran a una habitación diferente. Entonces, ese es el chiste. O sea, es encontrar esa habitación. Y ahorita Nathan se las va a llevar por afuera. Y también, bueno, es decir, por afuera y por adentro. No, por afuera y por adentro, pero de la mansión. Dame un segundo, hermosas. Let me just do one quick thing with the camera. And seguimos aquí. We're still in. No worry. Ay, no les digo bien chica, pero bueno. Muy bien. Ok. Listo. So, es lo que está pasando. Es lo que les va a enseñar. Muy bien. ¿Tenemos alguna duda? ¿Alguna pregunta? ¿No? Excelente. Está bueno, acepto. Maravilloso. Ahora, espérenme. Ponte el aire acondicionado. Okay. Translated.
Great. So we've got like a fountain out front. We have a lower level. There's a boarded up entry. There is a little bird bath. There's this little landing. All right.
Correct.
And then
Yep.
I'm doing this because I want you to have an idea of what we're dealing with here.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the outer road. There was a gate that was locked. There's this door-looking area.
Está bonito. I like the animation. You see, it's really pretty, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think. And when did this come out? It's been a couple of years,
like
right?
2 or 3 years ago, yeah.
Yep.
Then there is this little campsite. And it says, campsite. Due to the rules set forth in your great uncle's will, you are not allowed to stay in the estate overnight. Luckily, however, your scouting skills have been put to good use to fabricate a very respectable off-site sleeping quarters. You can call it a day at any time from the blueprint menu. This can be accessed for picking up the blueprint in the entrance hall. So I don't have the map yet. We'll get it here soon.
Por cierto, I just want to translate that.
Mm-hmm.
That even though
You own the place.
Ajá. O sea,
Master of the house.
la herencia es tuya. Pero no te puedes dormir en la casa, but you cannot sleep.
Sleep out in the yard.
So it's like, oh, that's great. Be My Love is asking, do you get clues for the room?
Do you get clues? Let me tell you something. This game is clues on clues. I'm glad you asked. This game is clues on clues on clues on clues on clues. I actually don't even, as it gets to late in the game, I don't even, I read stuff, but I have no idea how it fits together. I just I go online, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? There's what I have to work with, because, like, I don't know how people figured this game out without using AI liberally, because it's so layered. All right, this is like basically the other edge. So right now, the one edge is the other locked gate, little fence, and then here's one on the other side. There's an apple orchard that's got a lock on here. All right, cool, great. That dead ends there. So that's what we've got to work with. There's this little tunnel entrance too that's closed off. So there you go. And this is the outside. That's basically the entire outside that we've got to work with now. Yeah. So I'll show you. Good question, Anna Banana. I'm gonna grab this map. It'll make a little bit more sense, and I'll show you what we're dealing with as far as like the stats of the game. So again, we're back in the entrance hall. All right. Okay. One of the things you'll notice these got these paintings on the wall. These little drawings. Okay. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you will lose one step. When you no longer have any steps left, you'll be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. So you can either choose to end it at a certain time, or you run out of steps. Okay. Here is open only in the event of my death. It's got a stamp on there. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. I should put on uncle voice, old uncle voice. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of my bequest. Please do not mistake the intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission covered in the fine print of my will that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate, and you may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is important to me that you start fresh every morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice: do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads, abandon the path, and go where you want it to lead." With all my love and wishes, best of luck, Robert S. Sinclair. There you go.
That's pretty awesome.
Nope, that is not the smut voice to be.
No, that's not the smut. No, definitely that's not the smut voice.
Might do it for Max Alejandro, as he's suggesting, but it's all right. Everybody each to their own.
We got plenty of opportunities.
Yeah. So here's the blueprint. Serve as a youthful map and inventory log. It does. All right, so this is what we're looking at. So we're down here in the entrance hall. It's a 5x9. Okay. This up here is the antechamber, meaning the room before. This is the room, basically room 46 is what you're trying to get to.
Mm-hmm.
It lies just beyond this room, but every door to this room is locked and has very special locks that you have to find. They're not easy. Let's see here. My inventory will show up there. This is where we can call it a day. This shows you what day we're on. It'll show information about different rooms. The other thing that I would say that's kind of important to know just a bit is that each row is considered like a rank. So Different rooms have different rarities. They're also sorted by color, you'll see as we go. They kind of have different properties, and then each room is unique in itself. And the pool of rooms that you get is randomized. You can impact that, but it's, it changes. But the rank is important because as you go up to a new row, you can create, like, let's say I'm here and I create a new room. Once I cross into that next row, then I'm at rank 2. And as you go up in your rank, you run into more locked doors, more obstacles. Like, there can also be more things that you find, more unique properties, but like, that's in case you see that pop up. Okay. All right. So we've got the blueprint. I will offer you this: left, middle, or right. Who wants to, let's see votes for left, middle, or right. It really doesn't matter because there's no rhyme or reason. It's all randomized. I usually go left first just by habit, but that's me. Izquierda. What's izquierda? That's you. Left or right. And a banana says derecha, which is right.
Correct.
Mixing it up, man. Already throwing me off my game.
Wait.
We've got 2 for right, 1 for left. Fine. Right it is. Here we go. This is what it looks like. So it's going to draft. It's going to come up with 3 rooms, and then we get to pick one. So what I do is I'll usually pull up my map to see. The biggest thing for me is, like, I try to figure out, well, what I'm trying to make progress and where are my entrances and exits. So your dead end rooms, here's kind of another trade-off. Your dead end rooms usually have some great perks to them, but they also chop off your points of access. Okay. Obviously. Orange is hallways. They always have multiple doors, like multiple exits. There's never a dead end hallway. Purple is your bedrooms. These a lot of times will impact your step count for the positive, like add steps, but a lot of times they're dead ends, but they have also different perks. So right now, since we're so early, I'm going to go with the hallway just so we can try to keep some of our potential paths open. I might regret this later, but we'll see. Okay. All right. This says doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked.
As an architecture student and for my mental health, I choose hallway. Taco says.
There you go. Yep. Wise. Yeah. Who wants to go right from the main hall into a bedroom in a 45 room estate? We've got more drawings here. And I'm going to I like to try to get as many paths possible and then get some like items. So the 3 items, the 3 type things besides items, I'm say it this way. The 3 main things you're trying to manage every game: your keys, your gems, and your coins. Your keys are for unlocking doors, so that's easy, or chests. Your gems are usually how you buy or open up like rooms with perks. And then your coins are for like buying things at different shops. You have rooms that are different shops. Okay. Now what I have seen some people, red, we get our first red room. Red rooms are typically, they're basically like they're at first glance, they're like your penalty rooms, but a lot of them, they're usually a give and take. They usually have like, a lot of times they have 4 doors. So they're great for like accessing multiple directions, but they usually come at a cost, and we'll see what those are. In this one, the lavatory is just like, it's just a dead end. There's usually nothing in it. The storeroom has a key, a gem, and a coin. And the parlor, which is what we're going to use to keep our options open, we'll show you what that has. So here's the parlor. You can see out front. Boom. Got old uncle. We got more drawings. Check this out. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor. So someone writing the uncle, May the 2nd. It was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we've been seen in decent society. We were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions of my company's rival to hers. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I mentioned you a rather singular parlor game I'd played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game, and when I found the time. And I have included with this letter all the details you'll need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Lowry. So here's the rules of this. This game is always in the parlor. And if you win the game, you get a gem. Or 2 gems, I think. But it says there will always be at least one box which displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements, which means there's a box that could be either. Only one box has a prize within. The other 2 boxes are always empty. Okay, so it's a logic game. Cool. So we're going to grab this little key. This is the wind-up key. And we're going to come over here, and here's our 3 boxes. Okay, so we've got, there are 3 boxes in this room. That is true. 2 boxes in this room are empty. We know that to be true by the rules of the game. This box is one of the 2 empty boxes. So I usually go through and I'm like, all right, if this is true, which in this case, we know this is true. So this is true. If this is true, then this could be true or false. 2 boxes are empty in this room. We know that's true, which means the other one would have to be false. This says the box is one of those 2 empty boxes. If it's false, that means that it's actually not empty, which means that we'll pull the trigger here. And I won't always like do so much baby cake hand holding explanation, but for now. I like to open up this second row to see what I've got. I am going to take a corridor. Corridor is always left unlocked. So your hallways aren't always unlocked, but this one is. And you know what? Actually, I'm going to, since we've got the hallway already there, I'm going to burn the lavatory and try to get it out of the pool so that it doesn't jam me up later in the game. And then I know I never need to come back to this corner really. So in this, there's not really anything. Every once in a while, you might find an item in here, but a lot of times it's just empty. It's just a room that sucks to get, period. And now we've got, this kind of screwed me because we're not going to keep any options open. We can pick up a free key. We can get a gem. We can connect this to potentially the hall if we get the right room. I'm going to take the key because there's no way to, what I wanted to do was keep as many paths forward as possible. And I've already screwed it on that. So, we're going to go with the Nook. And I promise, yeah, I won't always be like this slow going. It's kind of like just trying to get everybody adapted to the rules. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations, a pad, a scrap of paper. Basically, in this game, another thing that makes the game unique, there's no journal of any kind. There's no organizing your notes. There's no way to, you either have to remember it or know where to find it or create your own. And I've done all 3 of those at times, or use the internet, obviously. But there is so much. I mean, good luck regardless. So there's a rook chess piece here, but we got the key. So you see, we're like, even though you have a door on this floor's design, because I already have the lavatory there and it doesn't have a door, it'll just block that off. Okay. And if you see anything you need to respond to, you'll tell me, right?
Yeah, of course. It's just, if you see me in chat, it's just like I'm explaining.
What are you at? You're as your name. Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, no,
Got it.
Yep.
We'll go straight ahead. So this is already, the game already hates us right now, basically, because we have 3 rooms on our second floor, second row, and we have no paths forward. So this is another red room. This is what I was talking about, like the trade-off. In this room, every time you go in, you're going to lose 1 coin, which especially right now is a lot. We don't even have any coins right now, which means we could draft it with no problem, but there's not really a benefit to it. We can get 2 items, or we can do the storeroom. I'm kind of feeling the items just because why not? Let's see what we get. We got a dice, sorry, and we got a coin purse. The coin purse, every time you collect 3 coins, you get an additional coin. So that's nice.
Yep.
The dice, so now you'll see that up there next to my keys. That's actually the 4th thing that you get. You don't get nearly as many as the other 3 objects. But the dice, when you come to a room, if you don't like what you're given, you can roll the dice, and it'll re-roll your room selection.
Great.
All right, so we got a spare room, we got the den, and we got the courtyard. I definitely want to keep my paths going. See, so this is where I'd say, I'm looking at my map. Yep, I want to try to keep those paths going up, so I'm going to take the den. That way I don't have to pay a gem. I actually pick up a gem as opposed to just going to the corner. There's where our gem is. We got a pawn piece, clocks. We've got more drawings. And we've got a chest, which I could use with my key, but I don't want to. All right, so we've got a bedroom, kitchen, and observatory. I am going to, so the kitchen is a shop. Gold are your shops. The kitchen sells food, which increases your step count. I won't pick up a ton of coins this one, so I'm not like too high on food right now, and I've got enough steps. So I'm gonna go with the observatory, and we'll show what it does. All right, so we've got a big telescope, we've got more drawings, we've got a night piece, and the fixed stars, constellations. This book contains a complete starbase, a list of constellations and the observed effects that accompany the appearance of each one. Depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky on any given day, different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one in a single day. So this shows you. So basically, every time you draft the observatory, you can look at the telescope and highlight different constellations, and depending on what's there, it'll give you different bonuses. Okay, and then the number of stars is linear. So every time you draft it, there's other exceptions that might accelerate a little bit more, but basically every time you draft it, you add a star to what you're going to see in the telescope, and I'll show you that here in a sec. But for the North Star, it's a piece of gold. The twins, you get 2 trunks in the entrance hall. The slice is 3 steps. Diamondus Minor is a gem. The Southern Cross means rooms with 4 doors are more common today. That's great. Farmer's Apple. Apples are extra delicious today. So instead of an apple giving you 2 steps, it gives you 5. Clavis gives you a key. Diamondus Major gives you 5 gems. That's nice. Draxus the Dead. It means dead end rooms are more common today. So that can be a real pain in the ass. The Sale. Everything is 50% off in shops. Florealis. Green rooms, which are like garden rooms, are more likely to contain special flowers today, which is, I could make some jokes there, but I won't. All right, so right now, can't even look through this. We got to do a little.
Honey,
What?
Colombia just scored.
Nice.
So now mi Pacoquito, she's watching the game. Also, Taco, like they're watching you and the game, so they're celebrating also the goal.
Thanks for doing both. Thanks for putting me on the level of the World Cup. That is an honor in itself. And I happen to know there's a thing in here, so we're gonna try to grab that if I can. However I do that, which I really can't remember now.
It's an honor. The same level.
So talented.
It's Nathan after hours. We love it.
And we got, so you'll pick up new rooms you can draft occasionally to get out of the pool. I knew this one was here. There's a clue somewhere that says, oh, this is where you get it. I already knew it's here. We're just going to do this. All right. This is adding the planetarium. The planetarium is one that if you draft and you end the day in that room, you get to you add 2 stars to your count at the end of the day. We have to get the telescope in the right spot because it wasn't pointing out the window. So let's circle this around. And one more. Okay, so every day we do the observatory, we'll come in here, look at the telescope. It's going to show us our little star scene. We're going to hit that. Boom. We gained a coin. Success. Let's see here. Oh, see, this is where I'm like, good thing we have a dice, because we got 3 bedrooms. Only one of them has an exit, and that's to the room that we already have access to. So I don't really like the options. The guest bedroom gives you 10 steps to your account. The bedroom, this bedroom, anytime you go in it, adds 2 steps. So every time you go back and forth through it, 2 steps. This one, every time you draft another bedroom, you get 5 steps added. I don't like any of these because of the layout right now, so we're going to re-roll. The other thing is, like, don't count on... It is incredibly difficult to get to room 46 in your first go, so I'm not planning on us doing that, but we'll get as far as we can this first run, and then redo it. This right here, Chapel lose a coin. Could be good to get that out of the way. I want to make sure we don't, like, block ourselves off, so I'm going to take the drawing room and use a gem for that, because when you exit, it says you get to draw new... If you don't like what you get the first time, you get a second attempt at rooms for each door. So we're going to spend the coin there.
Yeah, and honey, didn't you say that there was like a trophy or something if you did it in one go?
If you do it in one go, yeah, you get the like day 1 trophy. It just... There's certain ways to... It gets gross. Yep. I will say I know that there is one of the things that we find out later is that you can pull this guy, and then it opens up this right here, and there's a safe, and for the life of me, I might remember the combination. It's like... Nope. Can't remember what it is. We'll find it somewhere.
¿Quién sabe? ¿Alguno que esté feo de qué taco? O sea, de los cuartos? ¿De los jugadores?
Can't remember exactly what that's for. I do know the combination has something to do with the legs in this room, but I can't remember how they go. There's a note somewhere that tells us. All right. So here we are. I don't have any exits going left. Like, so I would still just be with one way forward in the game. I don't like that, so we're going to redraw.
Oops.
Crap. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter. So now I don't have 2 gems to get the passageway. I could take 10 steps. Really what I need is I need a key gem. I need any of these guys. So we're going to take this. So we still only have 1 path forward, and that sucks. Key, gem. We got a pawn piece. Here's the storeroom. All right. Again, I've only really got... I want to find a room that has multiple exits, if I can, to like... be able to explore the right side of the map, so we're going to redraw. Great. So I could use the courtyard that costs a gem. These are basically the same thing. Here's one that doesn't. It's not going to penalize us, so we'll take the West Wing Hall. Honor of Jed Bartlett. And staff notice, June 15th, 1983, out of respect for the late Lady Clara Epson, the West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask that staff members refrain from drafting them during this period of mourning. Likewise, blank. All right, we're going to try to cut across. This is where, let's see here. I want to try to get across. The more rooms you can complete on a rank, on a row, typically it gives you more to work with as you go deeper in the map. So like if you can fill out the map as much as possible, it tends to be more helpful. So that's why we're going to go with the corridor here. Because I'm still good on steps. The bedroom doesn't do much for me. And once again, we are going to dead end unless we take security. So we're going to take security. So you'll see the little gear on this says view inventory of all items currently in the house. There are certain blue rooms that have a gear. They're like engineering rooms, basically. And that's what this is. So we're not going to be able to keep going to the right, but we will have a path up. And we'll show what this one is. Here's Simon seeing his uncle's really complex computerized surveillance network. And he's like, oh my gosh, it's funny. I just realized I was going to make an Epstein joke.
Oh my god.
But as we just read, I'll fill you in. I'll just spoiler here. The note that talked about Lady Epson.
I know.
That's his wife. That's his wife. His wife's maiden name is Epson. And here's the uncle, the rich uncle.
Yeah, rich uncle with a massive...
With a massive, like, security system, like, massive surveillance system in his mansion. So, just saying.
You know, it's... No. It's kind of like those really weird coincidences, like in Archer. You know, that the organization is called...
Yeah.
ISIS. So, yeah. You know. Funny ha-ha coincidences.
Mm-hmm. There's it's an absolute cinema.
The animation is actually quite. It's one of my favorites. You know, I really enjoy this animation.
Do you mean the art style?
Yes.
Yeah. This is what would be called typically cell shaded. Here's a note. So, blue memos are true, red memos are lies, is what it says here.
Hay cartas que también son verdades y son mentiras. Es un pedo esto, pero es divertido.
We've got some video cassettes. We've got all sorts of different rooms.
I agree. I think it's really beautiful.
And then back here, we've got a coffee maker, microwave. We've got more drawings. This is where we walked in from, just so everyone's got the right orientation. So this red says,
Truth or dare.
until further notice, the antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant entry. So according to the other note, this is a lie. And it is a lie. Blue. Keycard access security doors are more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate. This is true. So not only do you need keys, there are doors that are like Star Trek looking doors that need a key card that will open all of them, but if you don't have that, you can't get through it. Yeah. Likewise, as a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. So as you go up, you run into more locked doors. All right. Staff notice, effective the first week of December, payroll for all live-out and seasonal staff will be managed electronically. So as your attendance will no longer be registered at morning roll call, it is doubly important that you do not fail to clock in and out at one of these electronic computer terminals in the estate. 2 of these terminals can be found at security, where the punch clock used to be, and in the laboratory. Any questions or concerns regarding this process should be directed, as always, to our house manager, Mrs. Babbage. Okay, Babbage. And then it's got terminal password and it's scribbled out. Now, I think we need a... You can almost... I know what it is. I could put it in.
Oh, yes. Right. Taco says, well, this goes further away. I can only imagine Brenda pulling her hairs for frustration. And I just want to point out, I have almost seen you doing that. Exactly.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. This will show us the inventory of the estate. So we saw the one trunk we couldn't open before, or like that needed a key. It's back there. There's no fruit, no gems, no keys or coins. Great. The key card system. Oh, that is the nice thing here. We don't have to log in to affect that. So what we can do is right now, let's see here. The security level determines the amount of keycard security doors that will be deployed in your estate. You should expect to see 1 or 2 security doors at the low setting and 5 or 6 with a high setting. So what I like to do right now, since they're active, is I'll put it on low. Confirm that setting. And then we can go to offline mode. This mode determines the default setting the security doors will be set to if power is lost during a blackout, for example. As a general safety rule, offline mode should be set to unlocked if any staff are working the estate. So what if I find a way to turn off the security doors? That means that they'll be powered down, but then I can walk through them. I don't need a key card. So I'm going to put that to unlocked. And then if I find a way to turn the power off, ideally what I do is I'll come back here and I'll set the security setting to high and keep it as unlocked when off. That way it populates more doors that I know I will be able to get through without a key. And then I can't log into the network because I don't know the password. I mean, I do, but I'll wait. That door's blocked off. We'll go through this one.
By the way, you mentioned something that the creator of the game was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing a sequel, guys."
Yeah, he was like, "Fuck that! I just absolutely done everything I can for you guys." Okay, so I've got. This is where I'm probably gonna take the chapel. So in this room, the dark room, once you go in there, the lights turn off. And if you don't find a way to turn them back on, then when you draft rooms from this room, you don't see what they are, which can go bad. Also, because of the layout, the chapel will give me the ability to go forward. The dark room won't. So I'm going to take that and hope I can get to the room above the corridor on its own. And I'm going to let that hang tight for a minute, and I'm going to double back, and we're going to try the other way. See what we can draft. Okay, so we've got a pantry. I've only got 1 gem. The patio is a green room. It's our first green room, garden room. There's usually places to dig in the green rooms. The green rooms are more likely to find gems or have something to do with gems. Each of the different types of rooms have something they kind of specialize in. Since I only have 1, it requires 1. I'm going to let it sit. It'll take me to the same way that the pantry will, and I can pick up 4 coins as opposed to dead end in the guest bedroom. So pantry it is.
Is there a type of rooms that is your favorite?
There is. What type of room is my favorite? The hallways are great because they give you a lot of options. The orange rooms are like. There is a thing where you can kind of have. There's a number of ways later in the game to kind of have the ability to influence what type of room you're going to come across. And a lot of times, like if I'm struggling for routes or pathways, I'm going to go with the orange rooms. But sometimes they can be more likely to have locked doors. I also like some of the shops. Some of the shops are fun depending on what you need. Okay. Banana gives me 3 steps. Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Fridays. We have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry.
That was like, I've decided. This is a game where I would perfectly end up stressed. I'm downloading it.
It's pretty great. I think. Shit. Wait, no, we're good. So
it would be great English practice for. Because is it in Spanish?
I don't know. I don't know that it is.
No creo que esté en español, pero no, hombre, ustedes ya se lo saben.
So because the only pathway that's going to really do anything for me to keep going forward as many ways as I can is the bedroom. Draft on the bedroom, and we will see the count go up. Boom. I got a chest. I got a key. I don't like spending my keys on chests because there will wind up being locked doors I need them for.
Mhm.
Greetings from Reddington. Reddington is the town that is like that this estate is just outside of.
Greetings, friends.
We've got more drawings, pawn piece, starting to notice chess pieces. Is that and I will give you a one of the things that you come to find out is that one of the many puzzles that expands the whole game
Mhm.
is that each of these rooms has these will have two drawings. And I don't know where the letter is that explains this, so I'll just tell you, like, what you try to deduce is that each of these has a letter that you're supposed to take away.
Okay.
By comparing the two drawings and finding out and figuring out how they're different. So, example, this one's a little bit easy. I've got a coat and I've got what looks like a little bed, or what we call like a cot, a coat and a cot. So the difference would be the A. So this room then is an A. And if I look at the map, if I wanted to draw a grid on a piece of paper, then this right here, this space, the fourth rank, second from the left, would be an A. And if you do that for the entire deal, there's a message that has multiple meanings that gives you hints on other puzzles that we haven't even come across yet. It's actually one of the first, if you were playing this with no help whatsoever, that would be one of the first big puzzles that you got to work out to know how to do anything else in the rest of the game. That's how intense this gets. We're going to try to, in order to try to not waste steps, I'm going to try to get these to connect up here instead of having to go through the chapel again. Okay. So the boiler room is going to cost our gem. It's going to give us 2 exits. That also lets us power things if we need power, and we can connect the pipes. I'm going to do this. I don't expect to make it through the whole thing, but what could definitely short circuit us first would be the security doors. So I'm going to take this, even though it's a dead end and leaves us with 2 exits. That's still 2, and I'll show you why this is useful. Although I did block myself off from the left side, and that's gonna
Good job.
I'm gonna hate that later. So keycard entry system. So this is where I can turn off the keys, the need for the key card. So since I have that as unlocked, now I'll go back to security and set that to high. This is something that is its own puzzle. We don't have the information to solve. I could look it up. It's what I usually do because it's complex. But yeah, I we'll try to find the note first. The gymnasium, we haven't come across that yet. The dark room, if I had that and I'd set the lights off, I could come back here and turn it back on. But I can't do that until I set it off. And the garage, if I do come across it, I'm going to turn that on. The gymnasium, I know what that is. I'm going to turn that off because it's a red room. And that's where we're at. But there is the utility closet. Okay, so now I've got to go back around through security. Just checking in. We're good. We're at 25 steps, 24, 23. Let's set this to high.
Very good.
So now we'll have, instead of, the benefit is I could come across regular doors that need keys and not have those keys. Or now maybe they'll be changed into security doors and they're unlocked because of these settings and we turn the power off. So that's useful. All right. And then we'll continue on through the chapel. There goes our coin. We've got a bishop piece. We've got some candles. Are there drawings in here? Nope. We're going to go to the right and try to come back down and get those other rooms. All right, great. We got a dining room. Dining room is one of my favorite rooms, and you'll see why.
Does it have food?
It's got food.
Great.
So, this one we've got fire and a fir tree. So if you're keeping track, this room would be an E. But there is a dish right here. It's closed off to us, but if we're right now at rank 4. If we can step foot on rank 8, each day a meal is served in the dining room after rank 8 after rank 8 has been reached. If we get to 8, this will open up. This will let us eat food, and it'll give us 20 steps, which is the most like you get of anything in the game. There's even ways to increase that. So we're going to come back down. All right, I got 1. This just kind of sucks. All right, so we got a...
This just kind of sucks.
Yeah, so the passageway we don't have the gems for. It wouldn't really... We only need 2 entrances. We only need 1 like possible path anyway. The Great Hall has 7 locked doors. I've only got 2 keys. I'd easily burn my keys. And so we'll just take the steps. We'll take the guest bedroom. Dead end, but we still have 2 paths that we can go down. We got a clock and a lock, so here we got a C. And look, there you go. There's our security card. Well, I hate the red rooms,
Yes.
but...
Which was the one that was like turn off all the lights?
The dark room?
That one. Ooh, the dark room. Yeah.
My probably least favorite is... There's one that I... Let's see here. Probably... The weight room, if you get it at the wrong time, can really suck. It has its advantages, but it can suck. We got a key card, by the way. So if we hadn't turned off the power, we could use... Like, it doesn't really matter now. But that would have saved us from needing to draft the utility room. Sinclair, just wanted to write you a quick note thanking you for the weekend. I had a thrilling time on the hunt with Lord Evanson, whose peculiar personality somewhat made up for your own absence. I also got to appreciate your new game in the billiard room. It's been ages since I've seen the billiard room in the house. I was beginning to suspect you retired the floor plan. It was well worth the wait, though, as I always enjoyed your mathematical puzzles and appreciated that I didn't need to know the rules of darts to play your variation. Hoping your health improves shortly, so-and-so. And most of the characters make like repeated appearances and different notes, and so there's a whole story that's there. So the game gives you a lot of tools to find the room, but they are just across the whole house and rooms. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of doubling back, a lot of like... There's groups of rooms. There's different drafting strategies on what you pick up when, things that have like that stack bonuses that make it easier than others, but none of that is stuff that we've really we're not at that point yet. All right, so I'm gonna take the East Wing Hall because I can get down to that room on the bottom and up top. That's a pretty easy pick for me, although hopefully I won't wish I had that room later.
But it is like I've heard the word room 100 times. Yep. This game is just a bunch of rooms.
It is.
Yep.
I will say the East Wing and West Wing hallways can only be drafted on the very edges of the map. They won't come up anywhere else. So that's another... You're more likely to run into them there. It can make the sides a little bit easier to navigate. We've got a bunk room. This room counts as 2 bedrooms. Which doesn't... So there's some rooms that there's one room, depending on the number of bedrooms you have, will give you even more steps. The patio, I'd have to burn my gem. Doesn't really get me anywhere. The workshop, combine inventory to create new items. That can be really useful, and it typically gives me at least 1 item, so I'm going to take that. Beck says, it really seems fun, but I feel like I will play it if I'm really focused on it or if I'm in the mood to play it. It actually moves, and it moves a lot faster than once you get the hang of it, that I'm, doing all the hand-holding with. We've got a sheet of music, Stone's Cup of Hand, Letters Rot, Do Spell Out, Secrets Carved from Thought, a messages in bold. Red is of often, blah, blah, blah. And there's a K over here. And we've got a broken handle. Broken lever. Could prove to be useful. Could not. Of all the items we could get, by itself, it is the least useful one available. This is where we combine. I don't have anything we can combine. The true box does not always contain the prize. That's correct.
Oh, look, Beatrice, it seems fun, but I feel like it will play it if I'm really focused on it or if I'm in the mood to play it. Yeah, 100%. Like, she's like, it seems fun, but it seems like those kinds of games that since you have to focus in it so much, that you really have to be, like, in the mood to play it or be like, I'm decided to play this guy. Because it's complicated.
No, I just didn't know if you were listening when I literally read that out loud to everybody about 2 minutes ago.
I'm so sorry.
And I don't know if it's you or me having a senior moment, so.
I'm having a senior moment.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Pendeja yo. The word room is driving me crazy. Siento que es como hacerle room. I'm so sorry. I'm having a senior moment right now.
Door's locked. We will go ahead and use it. We've got the boudoir. You know what? We're going to do the spare room. Because I want to keep going forward. See if we can get to rank A. Yep. And we will come back and try our hand at this other approach in the chapel. Crap. Now we're out of keys. And now we're just, yep. Now we're just kind of screwed. We will hang on to our gem and coins. I don't usually draft this room very often because it's dead end. At least we get 2 bananas, so there's 6 steps. And there's a hamster.
Where's that hamster?
Doing a little hamster stuff.
Did you already have the aquarium?
It's not an aquarium. It's a hamster.
It's an aquarium hamster.
Oh, speaking of live animals.
Oh, I can't. Do you have it? You should show it.
We almost. I told Jennifer that we almost bought an expansion pack today.
Yes.
Meaning for the family. And added to the number of members of the household.
Yeah.
Because every time we go to the mall, we go to the pet shop. We go to the pet store. And yep, this is probably a good place to like just take a moment. So Brenda knows because I miss my puppies back home. I don't know if I've shown them to you. And this kind of goes into more of my story. My ex and I had 2 dogs. One is my girl that I love so much, named Rocinante, but we call her Rossi for short. She's named after the spaceship from my favorite series, The Expanse. She's half Rottweiler and half Australian Shepherd. Super smart. She's about 25 kilograms. She got the Rottweiler coloring. Super pretty girl. Loves her family. And she's a daddy's girl. That was the first. I didn't grow up with dogs. I wasn't allowed to have dogs growing up. My sister's got a dog when I was in college, and it died on the 3rd day we had it. That sucked.
That's a great story.
Have I ever shown you all my dogs? Have I ever shown you the... I'll show you, because this kind of goes into like, and we've shared a good chunk of the story. We haven't shared all of it. This is, maybe we'll do some of that tonight. But
There you go.
what are you doing?
Do you want to show it? Are you going to show it or how?
Yeah, no, I don't know what they see.
Oh, they see this right here. Right here.
So this, let me just find a good picture of her, because she's a pretty girl.
I still have my favorite video of you guys. If you want me to show it. I think it's really cute.
You can show it next time.
Okay, perfect.
Remind Brenda next time, and she
Recuérdeme, porque
will.
si no mi cerebro de pájaro se le va a olvidar. I have a bird brain.
Okay, here we go. Sorry, un momento.
Un minuti. Atenzione, atenzione. Así es como saludo a todos en el grupo. Atenzione, atenzione. Ay, somos un desmadre aquí, en verdad.
Almost there. I've got them. I forgot you can look at like different. Ah.
Call it a day.
This is Rossi.
There you go. Put it in front of your face so the camera can. There you go. There. Good. There she is.
Okay.
Yep.
And there's like kind of her size. All right. So I love that girl. Got her in January of 24. And, she was a puppy. She was a real, she's a puppy. Chew, need a lot of attention, training, but she's wonderful. And a lot of, like I've expressed before, a lot of my work, I did political campaigns on the road, the Democratic progressive side. And of course, it being a presidential election year, I was on the road a lot from like June through election day. So for about 5 months, I think in 5 months I was home a total of about 12 or 13 days. So on the road a lot. And so my ex was like, what's funny is like she had really pressed to get a dog. We had just put down the dog we had. It was a 16-year-old Shih Tzu. And I was like, let's just not have a dog for a while. It's kind of nice to not be on, like, not have to, make plans if you want to go out of town, things like that. And she was really insistent. And so, I knew that if I didn't exercise some choice, I was probably going to just come home and find that she had pulled the trigger already. And so I was like, well, there was a series of events. We had an Australian Shepherd show up on our doorstep from our neighbor. It had crawled under the fence. We didn't know whose it was. We had it inside for a little bit. And I remembered like, oh yeah, Australian Shepherds are kind of cute. And our neighbor 2 doors down had a big Rottweiler named Penny, who was super pretty and, intimidating. But if she knew you, she was so sweet. Big teddy bear. And I thought that's something I like to have. So when I'm on the road, it can kind of be a security dog. And so I went online, looked on Craigslist because I didn't really know. I haven't bought many dogs in my life. And the first thing on there was actually an Australian Shepherd Rottweiler mix a couple hours away. There was a blizzard going on. Went out, picked her up that day. Love that girl. So it's like the first dog that I've ever really got that I've had any like say of like this is what I want to get. While I was on the road in 2024, I'm getting messages from my ex who's just like saying that she's the one that wanted a dog, but she didn't want to do a lot of the work of taking care of a dog. And so she's like, I feel like she needs a friend. I feel like she needs, she's just got so much energy. I'm like, oh, she's a puppy. And I'm like, all you got to do is hang on. Like when election day comes, this job, it pays well right now, but like it's going to be done and I'll be home full time and I'll pick up where I left off with her. Like we were about 4 weeks out from election day. And next thing I know, I'm getting messages from my ex, we were married at the time, saying that she'd gone out to a shelter and adopted another dog without any knowledge or consent on my part. And she's like, yeah, his name's Max. He's been in the shelter a couple times. He was missing an ear from being in the shelter. He had an owner who had died. He had part of an ear chewed off by another bigger dog when he was in the shelter. He looked all pitiful. He had lost a lot of weight. And she's like, he's a mix of golden retriever and golden retriever And what's another really common? What am I thinking? Golden Retriever and it's another like gold dog, Labrador. So I'm just like, this is. I remember I had been. Yeah, it was an evening because just like that's quite the move to make without consulting your spouse. And we had a bungalow style house where it's like these small rooms that are all connected, 2 floors, older home, and like I'm expecting to come back home and kind of jump in a lot of my social media work and start doing a lot of live streaming type stuff. And now I don't have one dog, one that I've like, been training for most of the year, but now I've got 2 dogs, and one of which has been in the shelter, and he's about the same. He's only like a month or 2 older than Rossi. But this is Max. And I'll show you a video that I sent to my buddy Matt. Just so you can kind of get an idea of their personality. It's the last time I saw them. I don't want to show that because it'll be a basket case.
I mean, you have feelings.
I have a lot of feelings.
It's okay.
This is their difference in like eating treats, I want to say. I don't know that you'll hear it, but I'll play it for you. Okay, Matt, this is how you know. This is like the difference between the 2 dogs. Like just they're eating at the kid. Rossi, calm down. So I'm like, Rossi, calm down. So a couple like peanut butter treats. Couple treats. I'm showing how. Yeah, he's got the one big ear, one little ear. So they give him the tree. Rossi's like, yep, I will take that. Max, I'm like, give me a moment here, buddy. He's just all hand. So that's them. Come to find out, Max is actually half golden retriever and half greyhound. So I don't know if you're familiar with that breed, but it kind of needs to run around a bit. Golden retrievers, all they want to do is fetch stuff. And so Max is like, if any toys are out, he just wants to play fetch to an annoying degree that's also cute and wonderful, but like he does not stop. He can run forever. He is incredible. He is the Justin Jefferson of dogs, as I like to call him. He's an incredible athlete. And he is also a super sweet little boy. He is. Rossi loves when everybody's finally together. And then she does her little Rottweiler, like, happy growls with her alligator tail swinging. Max is like, when it's wind down time, he's ready to cuddle. And he like looks at you upside down and he wants to lick your face forever with his like big old tongue. Just a sweet little boy. And so when I come back, I'm like kind of pissed that somebody made this decision completely outside of me. And at the same time, I'm like, I can't send this guy back to a kennel. Like, you've taken responsibility for him. We're gonna have to make it work. I don't know what to do, but like, we're not taking him back. And of course, over time, like more and more, I'm just like, yeah. And again, these are like the 2 dogs that like are now my dogs that I've never really had before. And so, just love them to death. And when my ex and I got divorced, she really wanted to be able to stay in the house and keep the house. And so the way we arranged things was like I was taking like a payout of kind of our retirement savings, and then she was keeping equity in the house and she was staying there. But that put me in the spot of like I've got to kind of figure out life, and there's just a lot that's up in the air. The country's collapsing. I wanted to get out of the country anyway. Was planning on it because I could see everything that was happening, developing, but I didn't really have a spot. I couldn't guarantee the puppies, as I still call them this day, and now that are like 2.5 years old, almost 3 years old. quality of life. So they stayed there. And in our divorce agreement, like Rossi's mine and Max is my ex-wife's. But now I'm kind of at the point where I also know that like Rossi and Max have been BFF for a while. And there's part of me that's like, I don't know that I can, like, I know I can give Rossi, like, and I know Brenda would absolutely lather the love upon Rossi. But I'm like, I don't want Max to be alone. And I don't want them to be separated, And it's like, it just sucks. It just really sucks. Because I felt like I, kind of got put in this spot where then I just love the puppies. I just love I get emotional, and I'm not, because I'm gonna reel it in right now. But I miss them. I love those.
You're okay.
I know.
We're okay.
So, anyway, today, every time we go to the mall, I just like to go look at the puppies because
You're okay. And we finally, I was like,
So,
that's
we
enough of
do
just
the-
watching from the
Yeah,
outside. I
yeah.
was like, that's enough.
do things.
We're going to carry one today. So we did.
So she's like, let me go. And so she goes and
I was
finds
like, move. I'm just going to
Yeah.
grab one.
a white, fluffy,
A
white and
fluff ball,
brown
fluff
Australian
ball.
Shepherd.
Which had your eyes, by the way. Yeah,
Yeah,
your
blue
eyes.
eyes, yeah.
Yep. Tenía un ojo gris y uno verde. Y dije,
And so she's like, oh, let's hold him. So we're like, some little thing, playing with him. And he's cute. I mean, cute little boy. But I look over in the corner, and lo and behold, here's this little boy puppy that's like, I meant to get a better video, but he was tired. So we actually saw him. He's up for adoption. He's a rescue.
Yep.
And I guess he just got there yesterday or today, and they want him to give him a couple days before anyone handles him.
That's correct.
And so at first, like, he was kind of more alert. So he thought he was getting taken out at first, like taken out of the kennel, and his tail was all wagging. And then we went back. So we kept talking, and I was like, I just want to go.
Let's go back.
Let's just go check on the puppy. I was like, on Homeboy. Let's go check on Homeboy. He was like, that's gonna be his name, is Homeboy. Like, let's just see how he's doing. Let me make sure he's doing okay,
And we did.
And we did. And he was sleepy, but this was. So here was this little, like, he's probably about 12 weeks if I had to guess.
Yeah, he looks super.
Absolutely looks like
Ross.
a little boy version of Rossi. Rossi was so freaking cute when she was little. So cute. Hold, please. Let me show you the level of cuteness we were talking about back then.
Oh my god, like my favorite video of all time is the one with the hoodie, because she's so sassy.
She is sassy.
She's very sassy.
But it looked just like her when she was little. And I was like, oh, because I haven't seen anything that size, that young, with her coloring. The only thing is we don't know exactly what he was. This is when she was almost a puppy. And then when she was even smaller. Momentito. Memento.
Really sweet.
Mm-hmm. This little girl. This little pumpkin, man, I tell you.
I know.
She was. Got her with the shot glass in her mouth. Yes. She loved the snow.
My dog is like 1/16 of Ross's size for Mariela. Small little pump.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know the picture I'm looking for.
Un momento.
Yep. Here, this might be like.
Someone that I like.
Excuse me. Hey. Good grief. You're a lot. You're a lot.
Oh! I love it with a passion. My favorite is with the purple hoodie that is like, no. And she's like, what do you mean no?
Don't tell me what I can't do.
Yeah.
It's my home.
No? What a bet.
Ah, all right. This is the. This is the one I was looking for. This girl. That right there. Like, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna do anything. That's.
No.
All right. So anyway, there you go. So that almost happened today.
I know.
We
Almost.
almost. Homeboy's still there.
Yep.
And that's kind of the dilemma at times. Is I kind of want to guarantee they can like be together. Be priority. And if I know that, then I'm like, okay, I can deal with that. It'd be a lot of money or like logistics to get here. That's not a big deal. That's fine. We got that gladly. We'll shell that out. But I missed them. There you go. That's Rossi and Max. All right. So anyway, here we go. Back to the game.
So after the sentimental moment.
Yep.
Oh.
So there's a journal in here. There's bunk beds. Today is a good day because Simon is at camp and he is not as much fun as my friends. And Simon is the character you're playing as. I will not have to share my toys, and I will not have to share my room, and I will not have to share my snacks. Having a younger brother is not as much fun as they told me it would be, but today will be a good day because he is at camp.
My snacks. That sounds like such a us sentence.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Herbie is mean is in red. Herbie is mean and really stupid, and today's a good day because I threw away his airplane. I also had more fun at camp than he has had in his entire life. Let's back to him. Today is a good day because I got my brother in trouble for reading my private journal without my permission and writing mean things in it too. He also threw my model airplane in the bushes outside, but I got it back. And if he does it again, he will not get to go to the park on Friday, and I will make sure he gets no presents for his birthday. So sibling rivalry. I don't need any presents because I have my brother's book because he won't stop writing about me. And today is a good day because I know he cries when he can't find his book, even though he is older. He is a crybaby. And then at the end, here's a note from Simon, meaning us. Today is a good day because today my brother returns from college and I get to finally return to him the book I took from him a long, long time ago. Hopefully you find it as hilarious as I do, and I honestly have no idea how we survived sharing a room. All things being said, there's a line through it where it says, I wouldn't have it any other way. And then it says, I still would rather have had a sister. Congrats on the diploma and welcome home, Simon. All right, here we go. Camp Colonel. We've got a tiger, and I'm going to call this a tier, meaning we're missing a G here. And we've got one possible way to go now. So here's the spare room. Not a lot going on here. Needs some work. Somebody did a shitty painting job. First of all, let's just talk about this. You cut in before you start rolling in the middle of a wall. And look at these lap marks. Like, who in this drip? What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? There's not even any paint in the tray. You left a lid off a paint can for this stuff to just dry out. That's probably why I get these nasty lap marks and runs. Like, good grief. Get a new handyman, for crying out loud.
Said the
All
expert in
right.
painting.
Exactly. I'm actually an expert in painting.
Yep.
All right. So here's what we know. This is our only way forward. The only way forward of these is the veranda. And it needs 2 gems, which we don't have, which means we're going to come to the end of the game of this round today and have to start a new day. So we're going to use the planetarium and quit here on this day so that we gain the 2 extra stars. Here's a planetarium. Wouldn't it be nice if your house had a planetarium? I would love that.
I would too. 100%.
This shows the star schedule. This shows what stars back in the observatory show up on different days. Here's other notes. At 29, the first appearance of both Dymas Minor and Major in the same day. 40 means 7 different constellations observed in a single night, and 50 new constellations spotted. So there's one that's not in the other book that shows up at 50. And so we are going to do this here, and we're going to call it a day. And we will start a new day. A new day, because now it's night. Nighttime. It gives you a rank, shows you your layout.
I'm gonna make a song for Nathan after hours.
This was referred to as the ordinary villa today. 25 total rooms. We reached rank 6. Steps taken 49. Items found 4. There we go. And so, being a roguelite, we're going to jump right back in to day 2. Outside hasn't changed. Interior's the same. That is the same. We'll go left. I'm used to going left first. All right, we're gonna sprint through some of this beginning. So again, I like to keep the bottom open. I usually never draft the lavatory if I don't have to. I tried a new strategy last time. Obviously it didn't work. Screw that. We're gonna go spare room so we can get the left side open up. Like, again, shitty painting job.
What are you gonna get shitty painting jobs?
I mean, just do better. Like, just learn the technique. You cut in, all right,
I'm sorry, we don't have the equipment.
and then you roll in an overlapping pattern. You use an extension.
Right.
You don't just use the roller by hand because you're going to apply too much pressure in the middle and not enough at the top and bottom, and it's going to be faded. It's like not rocket science, you know. We only have one way up, and that is the bedroom. So we'll take the bedroom again. Nothing here. And so like the items that may show up in different rooms can change. Let's do the, it's going to loop us back in. Let's do the parlor because we probably have some time before we need keys. Excuse me. Let's get this key. Gems are not in the white box. The gems are not in this box. The gems are in this box. Okay, so if this is true, they could be in the blue or the black. And we have to have either two truths and one lie, or one truth and 2 lies. So if this is true, this could be true. Let's say if this is true. Not in the white box. These could both be true, but then this would have to be false. If this is false and the gems are not in this box, that means we really don't know where it is. It could be any 3 of them. If this is true, Like, if this is true, this has to be true. So these could both be... They can't all be true. Now I've confused myself. Sorry. Oh, geez. All right. Gems are not in the white box. If this is false, they'd be in the white box. If this is false, they'd be in the white box. That would make this true, but this can't be true.
Entonces, ¿cuál es
I mean, this can't be false. If this is false and they're in the white box, that would make this false and they're in the white box. But then this would have to be true, and they couldn't be in that box. Okay? So if this is false, no wait, if this is true and they're not in the white box, this would also have to be true. And this would be false. That means that the gems are not in this box. Well, these could both be true, and this could be false, and that means they'd be in the blue box. Sorry. Some of you probably had that way faster than I did.
Most likely, yes.
Un tinmarin de do pingue Nathan. What does that mean?
The Tin Marín de Doping, it's the Spanish version of Ini, Mini, Miny, Mo.
Yeah, basically. That's where we're at. All right, let's try this room. Let's fill in this spot. Okay. I want to try to stay close to the left side, so I'm going to take the... Even though, I mean, it's either items, 4 coins, or an opening. I'm going to take the opening, and I'm going to see what I can get here, so I don't have to backtrack too much. Drawing room, perfect. We'll take that. That's the one where we get to make another attempt. Let's go fill out the right side. And the middle lane. See, this is what I need initially. I don't want to use my gem. We can get rid of the chapel. Yeah, let's burn that. Pantry. All right, so pantry it is. Well, I could get the items. You know what? I'm going to get the items because that might help us more. And then try to cut across there from the chapel, which I didn't want to do. All right, great. We got sneakers. What these do is that every once in a while, when you cross in a room, it won't burn a step. It's not like 50%, it's like random. And then we got a dice. So we got an extra like spin on the rooms. All right, we don't have any coins, so it doesn't matter. We've got 2, this would still give us 3 pathways. We'll go ahead and take the corridor and try to get that down on the right side. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you again. I don't know if you guys know this, but when Brenda sneezes, it's never just once. It's like Pringles. We'll go ahead. I'm going to redraw.
Says bless you to the 10th, like to the 10th power. Yeah, we know.
Actually, no, we're just going to go up. We're going to say, forget the bottom. We'll go up. We got an orange. We got coins. All right, great. The den is good. We'll take that den. We get the coin. So our map's looking all right now because we've got 4 potential pathways. We do have a trunk in here again. We don't have anything to open it. Okay. The kitchen is going to dead end us. We could redraw it. So is the bedroom. The storeroom is going to dead end us, but at least we get some stuff. So that's what I'm going to take. You sneeze like her too? Like, it's literally, if it's usually not less than 5. And I'm not, that is not an exaggeration. It's like a minimum typically of 5.
Okay, can you imitate my sneeze?
That's why I usually go. Pss, pss.
Thank you.
More like, all right. So we've got 3 gems. More likely to draw green rooms while drafting. That can be useful. We're gonna need a key later, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the key. And while we're here, I'll just keep this going so I don't have to backtrack the entire way. Because we might be able to make them connect. All right, we've got... You know what I'm going to take? So this... We've got the dead end. The dark room I don't really want to use right here because I won't be able to see what my options are. And I could get something that would just... I could easily make a choice that winds up blocking off that whole route. So I'd rather just take the commissary. I could respin, but the commissary is pretty useful. But I won't have a way to get here unless I go this whole path. So actually, I don't like that. I'm going to redraw because why I say that is if I have to get back here to buy something, I've got to go through a minimum. If I'm at the entrance hall, I've got to go through a minimum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms. And that's if I'm at the beginning, let alone everything I'm going to do beyond this. So I'm going to redraw because I want to try to connect these. And note, and fuck.
And fuck.
So in this case, I'm going to take the office, even though it's 2 out of our 3 gems. But that leaves me an option going forward. And this has... Here's a note. The antechamber lever is in the greenhouse is broken again. I don't think there's enough time to put in another work order before Simon arrives, so just make sure the west and east levers are operational. So this says the greenhouse has a lever in there that's broken off. That's what that broken lever was useful for, that we could put on there and use to open one of the doors in the antechamber. If we still had that thing and if we were at the greenhouse. We have some coins. Here's an upgrade disc. These are great. These let you make an upgrade to one of the rooms in the house randomly. One of the best objects in the game. You just need a computer to use one, and we've got it right there. We're going to open this drawer. We're going to see this note. Bridget, please check if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. Had a little trouble reading the Baron's writing, so I'm not sure if in the last title is intended to be hearings or herrings, but I know Herbert, I suspect either would be suitable. Flight of the Queen, Fall of the Lord, Passing the Barons of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. All right, we got a little switch here. And Alakazam. We got another thing. All right. So this is, first of all, let's use the upgrade disc. Because if you can, you want to use them. It's going to choose a room for us. Spare room. Boom. Great. The useless room. This actually has the most options, and it's pretty great. You'll permanently have the chance to permanently enhance. So once you make this upgrade, you can't go back. The spare room is also unique in that you get to upgrade it twice. So what happens is it gives you 3 options. Most of the rooms you upgrade once and you get one of these 3. This one you get 3 types of room to turn it into. And then if you get the upgraded disc again, you get to, and you land on this, on the, whatever you pick, you basically have 9 total options. So you can make a spare bedroom, a spare green room, or spare hall. I'm just telling you, knowing what I know, I think the best one to get is a variation of the spare hall. So we're going to pick the spare hall.
Okay.
All right, flight. What was the first thing? Something of the Queen's. Flight of the Queen. So I think this is where we pick how many queens are in here. There's just 1. All right. Fall of the Lord. Ah, that's right. These busts appear in another hallway, and you know who's who. So we're going to see how many of each kind there are. We've got one bald guy. Oh, there's another queen. So we'll do 2 queens. One bald guy. One mustache guy. 2 bald guys. Is this
I love it.
a different mustache guy? It is. This is the uncle, I think. Herbert. So we've got 2 bald guys, 1 Herbert, and other mustache guy. And we've got, oh shoot, this is a 4th dude. And that. Okay, let me go back here. Flight of the Queen. Fall of the Lord. Passing of the Barons, Herring of the Majors. The first 2 are singular. The count doesn't count. So I think the first 2 numbers are 1. Barons and Major. So the question is, of these 3 types, busts. All right, starting on this wall. 1 bald guy. 2 bald guy. Different bald guy. There's 3, 4. So bald guy's 4. This guy, we've got 1, 2, 3. And that's it. I want to say again. The Lord is Herbert.
Uncle Herbert.
Yep, Uncle Herbert. So 1 queen, maybe 2 if you count the other girl, the woman, the bust with the crown on. So I think it's 1, 1, and then one of those numbers being 4 and one of those numbers being 2. I'm not sure. We're going to try these and just see what we come up with. Nope. Let's try 1, 1. Let's try. In case it's counting. Whoops. Oh, I don't know. All right. We'll leave it. We'll leave it. All right. That's
And we are on day
2.
perfect.
All right. Moving along. We're going to come back and fill out the other side of the map.
The colors right now, Luna de Sombras are like Patrick because Nathan has got like the Patrick colors and Rex with the green because Rex is right behind you.
Oh. Yeah.
You got
Rex has been my good, like, Rossi fill-in. Rossi and Max fill-in. Max was the cuddler. Rossi liked to go lay in the front window and watch outside and make sure nobody was going to mess with anybody. She was a good little... But she's very sincere. She's very sweet. She is a good girl. Let's see. Did we... What the heck? Okay, yeah. We still don't know the combination there. So we'll go here to the left. Okay, we could redraw. I want to keep the West Wing Hall, but I want to keep a path up. I think we're going to come into it again. I'm going to risk it. Hopefully we get an up path. Yes, we did. And we got security, so we'll take that. And this way. The dark room we could burn so we don't come across it again. You know what? We were at security. We got the utility closet. We might as well combine those. So security card system off, gymnasium off. Let's turn the garage on. Boom. Now let's go to security. We have no gems, so we're probably screwed. But we're going to do our best. Set this to high. By the way, thank you all for letting me talk about my dogs for a good chunk of time. I love them. Sometimes we'll get a video in here and play like some of their personality for you. So you can...
I'm going quickly to the kitchen. Do you need anything?
No, I'm okay.
You're good?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. I'll be right back.
All right, well, we don't have any gems, so we can't get to the laboratory. That sucks. This makes it more likely we draw red rooms, which really sucks. And the dark room, actually I remembered that we have the utility room, so we're okay. This is the dark room, and so it's all right now, but when you go into it, all right, so if we left it like this, we'd be drawing blind. But because we have the utility closet right here, that's been flipped to off now. We'll turn that back on. I'm glad you love dogs. Thanks, Bex. I do too. I tell Brenda all the time, like, my dream is for us just to retire one day and have like a dog rescue ranch. I would love that. Print notes. HS, probably the uncle, has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said in the last development was too dark to keep an eye on that. We got picked up a gem. That's great. There are these different photos. This is the orchard. There's the gate with the lock on it. It would be great if we can see that. There's a heart on a tree. I don't know what we're supposed to pick up is the difference between these two. Let's see here. We've got a car and a card, so here would be a D. And that guy again, taking a selfie. Look at him. Man, someone really likes these maids. Sounds like the uncle. Uncle Epstein over here. What the fuck? That guy's got something in writing, but we can't read it. So... we will continue. I need the commissary. We're going to take the commissary, even though it's going to block off that exit. That's fine. Guest bedroom. Yeah. Commissary sells items. Sells useful items for the... And we got a sale. Oh, wait, no, we will have a sale. 50% off on day 2021 as well. Perfect. So we can get a salt shaker. A salt shaker adds a step anytime, an extra step anytime you eat food. The shovel lets you dig where there's dig spots to like find things. The sleeping mask, if you have the sleeping mask, the first time you walk into a bedroom, it will double the amount of... It gives you 5 steps. That's what it is. And the metal detector will let you know if there's keys or coins in a room to pick up. That's actually probably the best thing to get, and we are at 8 coins, so I'm going to hold off for now.
No, I just said salt shaker. Remember that dumbass question that I made? Like when I knew that you put salt on
Mm-hmm.
do you salt pepper too? Bet that.
Commissary will be closed from day 12 to 16, serve any convenience. We've already seen that. We're pretty close to seeing what that says. I need a magnifying glass, which is an object in this game. If we had a magnifying glass, there's about 3 things we could do right now. First use of a key, we're going to use that. Oh, this is where I need a freaking gem. The garage is what we want. We get 3 keys, and it's even better than that. We're going to need a gem. The garage will only be available on this left side of the map. We're going to go up here. Can't even do the secret passage because we don't have gems. We've got the boudoir. So we're going to do that. This one, we've got a ballerina. And we've got a safe. Now, what I can tell you is right here, there's a photo of Christmas, and it looks like someone is unwrapping a safe. So, this is one of the easiest puzzles to solve. In that we are going to use Christmas as the password, meaning 1225. And Alakazam, we get a gem, and there is a red envelope numbered 4. Herbert, I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marion's disappearance, quote unquote, from the public record. It is no surprise to me the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I am shocked that you have so little regard for your niece that you would play the king's scullion and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your own name. Having never had a family name nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifices she did. But for the love of God, do not, by that same display of weakness, clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause that she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid, and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son, Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year. Daniel. This is apparently written by Simon's dad, and apparently his mom, Marion, disappeared and had ties to the country, and her uncle, Herbert, is who this is written to. There you go. But now we have a gem, and if we get lucky, frick. We did not get the garage again. We have the observatory, and so we will take that. And we're getting pretty far up there. We're going to have to double back soon. And we picked up an extra diamond, though. That's good. Let's go back and try the office route. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Actually, no, we're gonna waste almost all of our steps doing that, so we're just kind of locked in now. Are we still on stream?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Everyone is either because you haven't seen. I mean, I'm having fun.
Oh, who won the? Is the Columbia game still going?
Colombia, no, we won. They won. I can't wait for the game tomorrow.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that. Tomorrow,
Mhm.
the love affair with Korea is put to the test,
Mhm.
ladies and gentlemen.
And most likely, we're gonna go and celebrate with Korean friends.
Yep, we will. I'm gonna buy the sleeping mask with my coins because we're gonna run out of steps soon, and I'm gonna double back here to pick up some extra steps. I should pick up more here. Nope, it didn't. Or it did. There we go. And let's see here. Frickin' A. One thing we can do that I forgot to do, even though we're going to run out of steps where it matters, you can spread gold in the estate from the office, and so it'll just put it randomly. So I picked up extra coins because the office is where everything's managed. Man, that sucks. Don't have anything there. I don't have enough steps to... Yeah, see, we're going to run out.
So apparently it's gonna be a big party tomorrow, honey.
It is going to be a big party
No,
tomorrow.
I mean everyone's saying like how many everyone is taking, and yeah, we're gonna be like,
Like in the crowd, in the group?
yeah, with us, yeah.
How many are we looking at total?
Like one of the friends is taking 4 people. We are 2. Then another 2. Then I think another 2. So it's gonna be some people in the crowd.
So up to 10.
Yep. And that's just with 4 of us of the friends. It's like the 6 of us were there together. A lot of people.
Well, we haven't had a comment in the chat for 10 minutes, so I don't even know if we're on.
We're on.
Either that or both me and the game are hella boring. One of the two.
We're definitely still on. We just have less people now. Maybe everyone went to sleep.
It's fine. I'm going to keep powering on.
Okay, perfect. I have an still here.
Word.
Pero si se venden a Mimirs, váyanse a Mimirs. I'm like,
Anna Banana, the
"Bro,
OG.
I'm gonna go
Anna
sleep."
Banana still being the one member of the community that I've met in person.
We should ask Anna Banana now that we're here. What was her impression of you? Like, what did she actually?
Yeah, what do you... Well, all right. Well,
¿Qué fue lo que realmente pensaste, Ana Banana? Te cayó gordo, no, no es cierto. Fue este. I'm like, you hated. No, I'm just kidding. Of course not.
this guy sucked. Statement on the white box is true. If that's true, then this is true. There's a second wind-up key in this room.
You say, I hope we can meet again. BXY is still here. Mi Pancuquito, she's also still here. I'm just eating some stuff. So I don't know what BXY is eating. I'm also eating granola. No, first, I was very happy and thankful that you would introduce him to me. I have an saying. And yeah, that is true because you hadn't shown your face on stream yet, remember?
No, I hadn't.
Yep. You were still a mystery.
That was the mysterious one. Corridor it is. I'm going to fly through this. And I'll try to keep up. We need the garage. We need the garage while we have a frickin' gem.
And second, Nathan is very interesting, very smart, and handsome.
Muchísimas. Muchísimas gracias.
There you go.
I don't want to burn a coin. I don't want to burn a gem.
Gray eyes, deep bones, the whole 9 yards.
That's what I'm here for. We still get a lot of the same rooms right now at the beginning, which is not awful, but you got to get kind of deeper into the levels. And commissary, we will take that just to know what we get, what we can possibly get today. Brick. I usually don't draft the utility box so much, but we will today. Nice, we got the garage on. If we get up there. Salt shaker compass. Compass makes it more likely that you get rooms that go north. Baxter is creating some stuffs. Yes, the mansion is enormous. I know. Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer is what's useful for opening those chests without a key, without burning your keys. As you go, you can get ways to start with more money. And then the shovel again. So we'll probably try to save up for the sledgehammer. What's our place looking like? Spare hall it is. That's really our only option. There's a chest.
Salted caramel latte cake. Great.
We'll take the pantry because we got enough steps right now. We'll eat the banana, pick up the coins, and a banana time. There you go. This game just hates us right now. Well, we get an extra. There we go. Boom.
Well, it cannot hate us more than, last night.
Yeah, I thought I doomed the game, and I found out there's a way that I can keep going. All right, boom. That's it. That's our only option. Let's see here. I don't want to burn both my gems right now. We'll do this because we can always turn this back on. There we go. 29 steps. Get a key. Let's crack these open. Usually there's something in here somewhere. Key. We'll take the key. I need a magnifying glass for this room. All right, we're going to take the steps. And it gives us car keys. That's nice. We got the kitchen, closet. All right, so we have no way. Furnace we don't want. The closet, it could be useful. The kitchen gives us a path up. We could connect to the left. Yeah, we'll take the closet since we do have a way up still. I might regret this. Oh, look, we got a shovel. Useful for digging. Using our key. Oh, let's see here. I want to go. You know, no. Let's keep the. Let's see. This is a tough choice.
What happens when you mix orange and red? I want to see what shade comes out.
Like an orangey red.
Wow, how did I not think about that?
Derp. Derp derp. We unlocked the safe. That'll remain unlocked, so we could get an extra gem here.
No, I'm more like a peach.
I want the pathways. I'll take that. Depends like what shade of and how much, what kind of base we got you're working with on
White
each.
and more orange than red.
Green rooms do not cost gems to draft. That is really nice. We'll take it. Because we don't have a lot of gems to begin with. Even though I'm probably going to regret not doing the security room. I'm going to hang on to my... Yeah, let's go ahead and use the key. Let's see what we got. Don't want to use both of our gems. We'll use the billiard room. So in this,
Well, I know Anna's gonna kill me. But she was playing like typing comments, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna read it soon. So what did you think about Anna Banana?
this is, by the way, this puzzle is a.
Yes, Anna Banana's like, so what did he think about me for like?
Oh, what did I think about him or about? What did I think about her? It's great. I appreciated that. Like,
Yeah.
your English is way beyond my Spanish, and so it
Yeah.
was one of the first times I was able to communicate with somebody and feel understood and feel like I could kind of share some of my story
Yeah.
and also learn about just know anyone more, build
Yeah.
relationship. I'm very relational. I'm very social. I feed off of people and their stories, and so with you and your friend, I was able to understand. You know, even get pieces of what's Guadalajara like.
Yeah.
What's your relationship with Brenda like? What was it like, kind of, being a part of her, kind of success starting out, all the things on social media, what you've gleaned from her, how she's appreciated your support. So there's a lot. There's a lot to really love.
It was actually great. It was one of the first times where actually I think I saw you. Yeah, like talking to, I think someone like that. Not like on the networking event with the most interesting people you've
Yeah.
ever known.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Someone just personally and friendly.
So what's your job? Well, I'm at a desk.
Yeah, that was basically everybody. I work on a computer with computer things. To get computers to talk to computers about computers.
And Nathan was like, just kill me.
These guys, this is so lame. Yeah. Networking event we went to, one of my first weeks here. This is the billiard room. There's a dartboard. This is a math puzzle. So I forget where you discover this, the rules, but I'll tell you what they are. The green is addition. It'll usually have one number that you start with that you just hit. So it's 20. So green's addition, 5 plus 1, we're looking at 6. Yellow is subtraction, but you start from the inside and work your way out. So 19 minus 13 is also 6. 3 minus 1 equals 2. And pink is multiplication. 8 times 2 is 16. So 15 minus 11 is 4, times 3 is 12. There we have it. Picked up 2 keys, boom. Okay, the coat check is something we can put an object in, like an item, and pick it up the next day. We don't really have anything that's worth that much. This would give us more options on our pathway. Let us keep working back towards our original path and hopefully save steps. So we're going to take that. I was really nervous. My English was broken. Thank you for sharing a little bit of your life. I didn't think it was that broken. You were easy for me to understand.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
It kind of like
super
it kinda
easy.
reminded me a little bit of like Luna. Remember, she was like, "Oh no, I don't speak English that well," and then she just starts going haywire with the most fluent English you've ever heard. I'm like, oh.
We have a magnifying glass somewhere in the house. We got to find that. I don't know where that's at. That's going to be a priority. And we've got a trunk. We did turn the key cards off, so we're going to set the security level to high. And we're going to change it off mode to unlocked. Yeah, where would that be? That wasn't in here, was it? Magnifying glass will just be laying around somewhere. No idea where. So security will tell you what is randomly loose in the house, but it doesn't tell you where it's at. And we don't start with a ton of steps to begin with to know where to look, so that's great. We got 3 keys. We'll go ahead and use 1. That sucks. Courtyard would be really great, but it's oriented in the way right now where it doesn't give us any openings. That is awful, because it could have been really useful. Bunk room doesn't really help me. I could redraw. Don't really want to. We're gonna go ahead and take this, because usually there are dig spots. We got a coin. Probably get some junk. Yep, old shoe. And we got a chest that we can't do anything with. Unless we want to use our coins, which I don't. Use another key. We will. We're going to use the boudoir. This will give us the gym. Still at rank 6. Alright, so we can use the observatory and get back to where we're going and use the daily bonus. So we will do that. Boom, there we go. So we need rooms with 4 doors are more common today, which is super helpful. Make sure there's nothing laying around here. Nope. Moment of truth. All right. This is what I'm talking about. We got 1 gem left, but look what we got. We got the garage. This is our first big breakthrough in the game. We have car keys, so we can use. I actually have never opened this part up, and I'm not going to start now because I know that what is in here is another upgrade disc, which is again super useful. Got a note, Christoph. This is the 3rd time this month you and the car have been gone when your services were required. I don't care how long you've been driving for his lordship. Your absence must be accounted for, Mrs. Babbage. Again, we got just a paint roller laying around out here, picking up dust. At least they close these cans. That's appreciated. Because not everybody does. And we get 3 keys. The drop-off address is 14227 Sandy Heights, a small garage on the south edge of Trinsdale. The goods are already secure and in the trunk, so just unload and get back here before noon. I've seen Sinclair's schedule, and I don't think he'll be requesting the car today, but you never know when the cat will want to get some air. Tomorrow will likely be the last delivery, and I believe Denny already has payment ready. There we go. Good to know. And, most importantly, there's this button. We're just going to open this, and it's going to let us get outside. Before we go outside, I'm going to run back here and use the upgrade disc. The boudoir.
I do like the boudoir.
Yeah, you get a free gem. So now 3 options. We can get an extra gem every time. We can get 2 dice, which let us, re-roll our rooms, or we can get 3 apples. There are times later in the game where apples can be something that help you fulfill requirements to, like, there's like a whole science experiment type thing you do that's like cause and effect, and one of the causes can be eating an apple, and then like effects can be number of different things that you choose. So those are the, what are you feeling like we should do here?
About then choosing which one?
1 extra gem, 2 extra dice, or 3 apples. Right, if with no extra benefit, the apples will give you 6 steps total.
I think the apple seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
Which one do you want to do, the gym or the apple?
The apples, once you get to the upgraded experiments, are really good, but other than that, it's 6 steps. I don't, because we do add to our step count later.
Right.
The gems are usually kind of hard to come by.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go with
And the dice are good for,
Yep.
You'll always get at least 1 gem here because we've got the safe opened.
Right. Well,
But
yeah.
the dice, if you don't like your rooms, are useful. So, but you think gem?
Let's go.
We're going to do the gem.
Let's go the gems.
All right, and now for the garage. What that does mean is that our left-hand side is blocked off. So now we can go outside. This is the outside the left wing, and there is a road that goes to a gate that does not open. And then if we go to going south back toward the main entrance, there's a little board we can cross. And there's 2 things. So this is back toward the front. There is the gate by the main entrance. And we will unlatch that. So now we have unlocked this. The west gate has been permanently unlocked. Permanent changes do not reset each day. So that gets added to our permanent additions. And that means that we can come here at any time. That's important because this is going to take us to what's called the outer room. There's 1 room that's out here. These are all unique. These don't show up anywhere else in the house. It's its own unique little pool, and they each have different bonuses. So today we can get 2 special tools.
Okay, which are?
Could be things that we've already seen, like the metal detector, the sledgehammer. It could be, there's a hall pass, there's a magnifying glass could be here, there's a wrench, there's a number of things. Which one's my favorite? Depends on if I'm trying to build something. A combination of a shovel, a battery, and a handle make the jackhammer, and that lets you get good things anytime you find holes to uproot. We could redraw, maybe get something amazing. So the root cellar makes it where there's more places to dig. They're basically then scattered all around the house. And you can find, like I said, gems, could find keys. The hovel makes it where when you get a room that normally would require gems, instead it requires steps. Sometimes really useful if you're, and we don't have any gems, but we also don't have a ton of steps.
I think. I don't know. I love taco. I'm back. What did I miss?
We can also redraw. There's a tomb room. There is a classroom. There's a shrine.
Just because this has two, I would say tool shed, but what do you want?
We've already got the shovel. The big thing is that we already unlocked. Now we unlock this for future days. That's huge. We only have 12 steps. I don't know why it doesn't let me see my map right now, but we don't have that many steps, so it's not like we could afford a lot of rooms to begin with. With the root cellar, if we dug up stuff in a room, we could find gems, but we only have a regular shovel. That's not too likely. If we redraw,
Which is what you want to do or not?
I don't know. Like, you know what? You said tool shed?
Yep.
We'll do tool shed.
Okay.
We'll be a partnership.
Wait. Remember what was the last time when I picked? What happened?
And we like just doom the game. Well, hey, we got a sledgehammer, so we can open up one of the, and we got a lockpick, which is every once and then it'll let you open a door without needing a key. Not bad. We have 4 keys. What's going to be probably most useful is we can open up that chest. I'm trying to think if there's anything else on that side. There is. There's a thing in the classroom. And a thing... Oh, there's a trading post we can also get out there. That's useful. Where is the den? We're going to go... So we basically closed off the top. There's nothing we can do. That's okay. We don't have a ton of steps to make it, but we can fill out the 2 rooms from the chapel. Maybe have something good pop there. Where was that chest? Well, I don't know. The archives, Great Hall, doesn't really do anything for us. We'll just go ahead and redraw. The weight room, which lets you you lose half of your steps. Planetarium, hey, at least we can gain 2 more stars at the end of the day, so we'll do that. And the mail room, this is great. So the mail room, if you enter that room, it places an order, and the following day there will be a special package at the door, in the entry room, main hall, like keys, gems, who knows. So that's a great thing to find right now. So we'll go ahead and get this bonus for tomorrow. So this is order placed. Here's a letter. Simon from Dad. Hey buddy, how's it going up there in that big house? I think most people would be pretty scared being alone for this length of time, but I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine you happy as a clam, perfectly content on the estate with the exploration and opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage, packing the tent. I wanted to try to post this letter before we depart tomorrow so that it has a chance to arrive during your first few days on the estate. With all the preparations, I'm not sure that I'm going to find the time. There's so much I want to say, and I'm sure I'll forget to tell you Friday night. Sometimes easier for me just to jot this stuff down. You're yelling at me right now to come and bring you a pillowcase. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. I can tell you're really excited, but I think you might feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. Believe me, I know how long Uncle Herbert worked on setting this up for you, and I know from our conversations just how much happiness this final project brought him. So do us both a favor, be excited. The house really is amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we were up there last, And I'm really curious to hear just how much you remember from those summer trips. You've always been smarter than me at this kind of thing, so I'm not sure how much guidance or inspiration I can offer before your trip that will actually be useful to you. Despite my best intentions, I'm sure that on Friday I'll end up leaving you with a few of my overused cliche expressions when we say farewell. Later, alligator. Dad. P.S. Get some sleep each night and don't spend all your time each day playing Dirigiblocks, which is the arcade game that's in the commissary. And a note. Please return all correspondence and packages addressed to Denny Ravain to sender, as he is no longer employed with our staff.
Okay.
I think he was the one that the note to the driver, like, I think he was the one that was the driver that got, like, let go. Planetarium. One step, which is all we need to call it a day and get that bonus. Boom. We got, what's up? What's up, Jennifer?
Not Jennifer.
We still got Taquito. We still got Max Alejandro. We got Luna. We got Anna Banana. We're rolling. We've made some progress. We made some permanent progress in the game. On to day 3 or 4, whatever it is. Which day is this? I forgot. We needed that magnifying glass. If we see a magnifying glass, we got to snag it. Day 4. Here we go. So we will find that. Where's our package?
Big Striker is still here. In the comments. Right then.
Oh, that's right. So I forgot.
Yeah.
The mailroom package gets delivered to the mailroom. Doesn't get delivered to the front door. You have to. That's an upgrade you can get. So we're gonna go out to the front. We're gonna go to the outer room first. Bexra, hey. You know we haven't had Giselle tonight.
No, she did come for a while and then she left.
Okay.
Maybe it's school day.
Root cellar. Ooh, root cellar. Shelter. Trading post. Trading post can be great, but we don't really have a lot of stuff to trade. If we knew we were going to get a shovel, this is good, but the shelter protects you from 3 red rooms. That's pretty great, so we're going to take that. And then down here, we have Doomsday Prepper, which is more of an American thing than anything else. Here, time lock safe. We can set the unlock date. I think this game starts on the 7th. Which day 4 would make the 11th. And it starts at like 7. We're going to do like... We have to set the time lock for at least an hour. An hour from now. So I think it's like 8 at the latest. If we say 9 a.m., we should be good. If this is the... Actually the 11th, which I think it is. It's either that or the game starts on the 11th. That's 11/11, which is easier for me to remember because 11/11 is actually Rossi's birthday.
Mine is 7-Eleven.
I know. Brenda's is 7/11. My girls.
What up? I'm helping a friend to decide what color she will do next on her hair. Do we read that one? That's big jacket. Trying to.
What color options are we considering here?
Pink, red.
What time is it? Okay, so the day starts at 7. I think I said 9 on that. Den. We will take the den all day. That's a great starting room. Boom. We're going to take the parlor because we need the gems. We will eventually need keys, but we probably have some time for that. This is the blue box. That is true. The blue box is true. Well, if that it is true, which means that's true, which means this is false. The blue box is empty, which means the blue box is not empty.
Honey,
Yes.
Doug was asking, what should I put in my cereal? Strawberry or banana? I would have...
I'm a banana. I'm on team and a banana.
Yep.
Package has been delivered. We will take that. It also places an order for tomorrow. Here is our... We got amateur lockpick kit. Great. 2 gems and 2 keys. Wonderful. Lockpick keeps us from maybe needing keys, so that's great. Everything else... Utility room fuse box. More detailed instructions will be sent by electronic mail to the address the client has provided. So there's an email somewhere that tells us how to do this thing. Press any button above to activate the blue. So you'd go to green, then blue. Press a blue indicator next to a red indicator to activate purple. 5 purple indicators are needed to activate the 6th. And then you got to get a white. There's a whole thing. I could look it up. We'll probably do it at some point that shows us how to actually do those lights on the utility room. If we do that, there's a pretty good thing that happens. So maybe we will look that up here soon. All right, I want a path forward, so we're going to pick the spare hall. We're going to take the chapel since we don't have any coins just yet anyway. Nothing to lose. See, I don't want to burn 2 gems already. That's dumb. We'll take the storeroom. Now we have... We'll take the courtyard, so we have multiple paths. And we get a sledgehammer. That's great. Courtyard a lot of times has tools in it. And we'll take... Ooh, you know what? Let's take the pantry for now. Because we'll probably need the commissary. No, actually, let's take this. Let's see what we've got to play with. Salt shaker, shovel, sleeping mask, metal detector. Not a great draw. Crap. We will take the coins because they might be useful right now. Get an apple. Nothing is really that cheap. Let's go back to the courtyard. Hopefully we get a good pick. And we don't. We have shit. So we're going to take the 10 steps. We got the car keys again. And now it is all up to the chapel. And we're just getting bad draws here. And 2 steps, the patio. Yeah, we're like, it just does not. You're limited by. If we had a shovel, that could be useful. We don't have enough money for a shovel. So now there's our last hope. We will take the corridor because it's always unlocked. We will do the hallway because it gives us 2 options. We will go left. Can't lockpick it. Not good enough yet. That's all right. We'll use the key. We could do... One goes up, one goes back. Let's do the up because that's there. 2 go back. We'll do the observatory. We can get our bonus, which is a key. do the garage again, but that jams us up. We have 3 keys. The power to the garage isn't on, so we can't even get outside. We don't need to get outside. We will go here. We'll go to the other side of the hallway. Don't really want to cut it off in breaker box. We will do security. And right now, since we don't have the power or the unlock state, we're going to do security level low. And we will still change this to unlocked when off in case we come across it. And we're going to check out inventory. Nothing. There's nothing going on. Cool. Thanks, game.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for being
So sweet.
so great.
Oh my god!
Fuck.
My fave. That's my favorite. Yeah.
The dark
Dark
room?
room,
She
yeah.
loves the dark room, let me tell you.
I mean, it is.
Did I miss any? It is 11:30.
Oh wow.
Closet gives us items. That doesn't even. Let's do this guy. We'll see if we might be forced into getting the utility room. Man, lockpick isn't doing shit for us tonight. Suck. We'll take the Nook because at least that keeps our options going.
How many hours do you think you've played this game?
Oh, I've played it.
Overall.
Oh, like first run and this one?
Yes. No, but I mean not just tonight. I mean like.
No, I mean like back in
Yeah.
Springfield,
Uh-huh.
probably like 60.
Per week.
So this is where the, let's see here. The weight room would be useful, but I'd lose half the steps. But if we get the kitchen, this is where you gotta make the tough choice. Oh, that's right. We got, oh, perfect. I just remembered we have the shelter. What's aterrador?
Aterrador means scary or it's like frightening.
The bunkers are frightening.
Scary.
Okay. No, terror. Yeah. Well, that reminded me because I thought Max was talking about. Anyway, we don't suffer the penalty of the first 3 red rooms, so we can do the weight room unafraid. It's not going to steal our steps, and we might be able to fill out more of this map down here. The bedroom, we've got the secret passage, which I like. Because let's just choose what this color room's going to be. What do we got here? The courtyard, the commissary. Let's do... If we do orange... We're gonna go gold. We could do it to buy keys. We can launder money.
I like it.
We can
I
do the
heard that
aquarium.
Mexico.
I try. I do what I can. We got a shovel, so we can dig. Get a coin. Bedroom lets us keep going. Picked up 2 steps. There's usually not really anything in here. Billiard room. will let us keep going. What? Que le pongo a mi... Oh, yeah, this is a cereal one.
Yeah, it's very good.
Some of the map of the kitchen. Traje. Is that trip?
Did I get? I brought.
Brought the map of the kitchen, yes.
My God, you're getting.
There are los lentes to contacto or regreso. Regress for a moment. Now it's really, yes, now it really is Nathan. This is where my voice starts dropping. Get a little raspy, all the things.
Wait, right now?
In our own dark room. All right, 4, 6, 12, we got 12.
Well, like right now?
9, 1, 6, 7, it's 2.
I should hear you in the morning.
Should. 12 minus 7, 5 times 4 is 20.
I don't know.
12 minus
I
8.
don't know.
12 minus 8 is 4 times 4 is 16. And we got our keys. Boom. Great. Nothing back there. There's our dining room, which I absolutely love. We're close to rank 8. Hey, finally the lockpick works. Ooh, and we get the rumpus room. Goodbye key, except this is our last gem, so here we go. We're about to see something special. Rumpus room, you know who we get?
No.
You know who we get to hear from?
Oh my gosh! Yeah, you've got the
My favorite part.
you've got the hots for this.
I do have the hots for this guy. This guy's got an amazing voice. One of the best voices in all of video games
Well,
right here.
now you know what we.
This right here, my friends. This guy right here is the great Alzara.
I know how much you love him.
You guys ready for this? Lock in.
Let's go.
Are we close to finding the room? Not really. Here's the map.
I love it. Not really.
We've got to this rank level 6 before. We're in it still. We might be able to get to 7. We are not that close to the antechamber. We have not found any of the levers that even unlock those doors. We have a long way to go. Part of that's because I haven't been using any of the internet to solve problems.
As fun as you make it.
It's right. It's as fun as you make it. All right. Anyway, here we go. Alzara, make your first appearance. Do they have volume on the game?
Yeah.
Okay. He will give a little
As it was
foretold.
I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face
With the great Alzara.
No.
And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I see a boy standing on a shore of white sand.
Looking out at Hogwarts, apparently.
He is looking for something. Something he was told he would not find. I see a black cat tied to a red flag. I hear the wind blowing, but the flag does not stir.
They're obviously on the moon.
A door marked by a rope.
See, speaking of.
A door that is always locked, yet has no key. It is the door you have been searching for, yet will not find. A lost room beyond the dark waters. What you have heard here has been foreseen. dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
I will have nothing more to say. Oh, and we got 2 dice. Boom. Goes the dynamite. That was the great Alzara, friends.
Your favorite.
The great Alzara.
You're like 7
Alzara After Dark. The one and only. All right, we have no gems. That's problem A. Because anything that I'm going to get that's good here. We do have 13 coins. We could get a metal detector. We could get a salt shaker. We get a sleeping mask. We don't have a lot going. Max Alejandro is quoting Taylor Swift lyrics here, as any person would. This one sucks. All right, boom. Use some dice. Still bad because we'd have to go all the way through. Show me foundation. Show me foundation. Breaker box. I don't even know if we can get to the other side in 22 steps because it's such a whirling dervish. I need something that goes straight ahead so I can get to level 8 and get the food in the dining room. That's what I need. Here we go. Awesome. There is one, but it requires gems, which we don't have. We're going to take the 3 gems. Let's see what we got. Nothing. Which means we're not going to be able to get the food. I don't have the kitchen drafted. 20 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we can still get to the West Wing. So magnifying glass in here, is there? Nope. One coupon book, one broken lever. I don't know where those are. I haven't seen any of them. Ah, there's our chest. Key, a silver key. Silver key if you use it. Ah, great question, Bex. So the silver key is, I know this isn't what you asked, but silver key if you use that on a door that's locked, you'll have options that have multiple doors. Like you'll get better rooms, basically. More paths. The dice are for when you get to pick a room, if you don't like what it randomly picked, you can roll the dice and you basically get to re-roll your rooms.
And when you don't like the reroll,
You just keep on doing it. All right. Time for, this is a good time to draw the kitchen. All right, we need, yeah, it is nice. It can be really useful. All right, we've got, the rotunda's great because it's basically a 4-way room, but you have to like spin it. And you can, if you approach from another direction and you don't have the door facing you, can get locked out. The pool, that would work. That'll add 2 rooms to our draft pool. We'll go ahead and take that. The draft pool is your drafting pool rules. The draft pool is your deck of potential floor plans. Each time you draft, 3 random floor plans are drawn from the draft pool for you to select from. The odds of drawing a specific floor plan may differ depending on the room. Some rooms are more rare than others. Floor plans added to the draft pool are moved to the end of the day, unless otherwise stated. No running. So this is what the security doors look like, and this is a dead end because we don't have a card. And we don't have the utility room. Right. We got security. That's right. We set it on low because we didn't have the utility room. All right. Here's our kitchen. That lets our game keep going and lets us buy food. Let's see. Say la llave.
The key.
LLAVE is key.
Yes.
The key plateada.
Plateada. Silver. The silver.
Silver key doors cerradas. We have a pool. We do have a pool. There's something about an elephant habitat, literally, and that Bexar has like one real pajama.
Yep.
Real pajama.
11.
Pijamada.
La pijamada real. Pijamada is slumber party.
Real slumber party.
Yep. Es una pijamada. There's a song that's called Es una pijamada. So it's kind of like this is the real members of the royal.
This is the real members, the royal members of the pajama party.
It's royal slumber party.
Yep. You got that right.
But here's the thing. Like, the community is just getting to understand that when you are in the zone, you're in the zone. And they still have no idea what Nathan in the zone means.
Yeah, how would you
Yeah. Okay.
We can buy 5 bananas for 2. This is like one of those word problems. Nathan has 13 coins. For 5 coins, Nathan can buy 5 steps for every green room, and Nathan has 2 green rooms. Wait, no, I have aquarium, which counts as every color, so I have 3. Good catch. So for 5 coins, I could get 15 steps. Club sandwich is 8 coins for 15 steps. Or I get banana, 2 coins for 3 steps, but there's 5 of them. So I could spend 10 coins for 15 steps, 8 coins for 15 steps, or 5 coins for 15 steps. What do you say, class? Chef salad it is because we're trying to watch our weight. All right. Come on, big money. Give us something good. All right. This is where we probably want the special silver key for more. This is a great room, but I need an extra gem. Instead, we're going to have to do... The Chamber of Mirrors is like... You can draft second copies of your rooms you already have in your house. That actually just makes the pool, like the draft pool, more... It can make it more difficult. Because you can get some shitty rooms, too. Gymnasium. If we had the utility... We've had the utility closet, and I've flipped off certain things. One of them is gymnasium. That turns this bad function off, where we lose 2 steps every time, we enter it. If it was turned the other way, we'd have 2 exits, but we don't. So we're just going to suck it up and deal. But it does let us go back to the pool and make sure there's nothing in here. Sometimes there's stuff on the floor. All right, passageway it is. That's all we got left. Now, if we could find a way to open these. All right. Okay. These blue rooms that have a clock on them, they're called tomorrow rooms. They're basically rooms that you draft so that it gives you a bonus for the following day, like the mail room. So tomorrow we'll start with 20 steps. It's the only one I don't have any gems. It's the only one I can take. The banana is Suerte. Is that smooth? I can't remember. You guys think your English is good luck? Yep, exactly. It's very close to smooth. Brenda has been multitasking tonight, so thank you for also translating for me. I appreciate it. You can use the silver key anytime you want, right? Yeah, you can. Anytime you have a locked door. But let's say like you kind of want to look at where you're at. There's other special key types. So we're gonna have to do the sauna. And look, we get a sleeping mask, even though we don't need it at all right now. There we go. Do you guys want me to make one more run? I could do one more run if anyone wants to, and I'll try to rip through it fast. Like I'll just go all gas, no brakes. If anyone wants to see it, or if we're like, nah, it's a good time to wrap it up, let me know and we'll wrap it up. You did. Lost along the way. Sin Sistema. Without system. With him. Yeah. Let's relax here in the heat. Yep. We can do. Alright, one more round. We'll do one more round. Bex is in. That's all I need. With her Duck Dynasty emoji. Or whatever that is. Yes, a duck smoking a cigarette. I decided that you went my English and proceeded to talk in English. Something like that. I mean, look how bad my Spanish is. So. Echaste of Cabeza. I think is Cabeza head? No. Skull? No. This was Red Manor. That's not a good one to have. It does give you different illustrations based on what your house gets ranked or called, though. That's Red Manor. Found 11 new rooms. That's cool. I'm trying. Well, I do get spoiled because I've got Brenda and I've got Jennifer, who are completely fluent. I mean, honestly, if they weren't, especially if Brenda wasn't, we probably wouldn't be together because I would be out of my mind trying to, connect with a significant other that we do not understand each other. There's that one show, I think on Netflix, or maybe it was Hulu, about like people who got, I think it was called 90 Day Fiancé. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe that's not what it's called. But it was like they get engaged with somebody from another culture, another country, and immediately like are just thrown into getting to know each other. And sometimes they don't even speak the same language. That's wild. That's wild. Tradition. Parece to the live. Chico's like boys, right? Have boys that. Yeah, I'm sorry. Some of you in the shorts, I need to just do, and I know Brenda can make them, flashcards of the 1,000 most common words. Okay. Hovel, root cellar, trading post. I'm kind of feeling the trading post just because, well, steps are nice. And we've got 20 extra steps. Maybe I'm feeling the hovel. You guys hoveling? We don't have that many. What about the gay room? I think that's the aquarium, the rainbow room. We're going to hobble it up. That way we don't have to depend entirely on. Notice of termination. Dear Mr. Ravain, your half-hearted dedication and maintenance of the grounds has been greatly appreciated. However, I regret to inform you that your services as the groundskeeper, Mount Holly, will no longer be required effective immediately. This decision has been made after careful consideration and is based upon repeated observations and documented instances of neglect in the performance of your duties. The state of the green rooms, in particular, has deteriorated significantly over the last few months, which reflects poorly on the rest of the staff. You are required to vacate the hovel by the 20th of March, ensuring all tools and equipment belonging to the estate are returned to the tool shed in good condition. Your final wages will be settled promptly upon completion of these instructions. We thank you for your time and service and wish you the best in your future endeavors. Anna Babbage, house manager. That sounds like a... That's fun. It's okay, you're learning to connect the words and understand the sentence better than before. That is true. Thanks for recognizing that. It encourages me. I appreciate it. Telemex is failing. I understand. What is good in this room is another, like, thing that actual substantial. There's a little valve here. We're going to turn that. It's going to turn the gas on. And we're going to see a blue flame on that little landing that was outdoors. So, not bad. All right, let's get to it. I'm going to try to just sprint through this so I don't keep you guys up all night. Yeah, so now... If we look down there, see we got the extra, we got the fire on. So we're doing something. Doing something right. Well, hopefully we'll get one more, like, permanent upgrade. Permanent something today. We still don't even have any starting coins. That sucks. All right, left. Here we go. We're going to corridor it. I like to try to get 3 pathways up if I can. We're going to do the parlor because we need some gems. We've got only one box is true. Only one box contained gems. We know this is true. The gems are in the white box. So this one's true, meaning one of these is true, one of these is false. Or they could both be false. If this is true, and these two are false, that couldn't be, because then this would be true. No, this is basically, all right. We know this is true, because only one box contains gems. The gems are in the white box. They can't all be true. If this is true, which it is, and this says only one box is true, then this statement can't be true. So it's false. So this is true, this is false, and this is true. The gems are in the white box. So this could be true. Yeah. The other thing, the other quicker way, sorry, I said this before. If there's only one colored box that is referenced in any of the 3 clues, usually it's that. So I say that. Watch it not be this, but it should be this. Boom. There we go. Oh, ye of little faith. We're going to dent it up. we're going to cut back across. We'll take that. We'll take the closet. We'll take the items. Gem and a shovel. Great. Cool. We're going to see what's up here while we're here. We don't have any coins right now, so we'll take the chapel. Oh, and it is starting to, it'll drain our steps. So we don't even need the gems. I forgot about that. We didn't even need to take the frickin' parlor game because we're not using gems anymore. My bad. All right, so now we're just, but the nice thing is now we just got to manage steps, keys, and coins. Let's pick up a key. Human lie detector. That's right. Oh, magnifying glass. All right, boom. Now, what we want a couple things. We want the security room, and we want the dark room with the lights on, which means we need the utility shed. So those are things we would like to find because that will help us out. Commissary, we don't have any coins right now. I want to get to the corner. You know, but though we need steps because we're using our steps for coins. So let's go ahead and use that. We don't have any food to eat yet. There's our car keys for the third time. Crap. Pantry. All right, so bedroom it is. Coin purse. So for 2 coins we get, which we don't even have a single coin yet. The observatory. I want to get to the right side, so we're gonna use the spare hall. See if it'll bounce us to the right. Here's the key. An actual sneeze, not a Brenda sneeze. Okay, see, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. 6 steps. That'll take us down to 55. That's a pretty good. We got 3 pathways from here. I like that. We're gonna take it. We're gonna hope to get a kitchen and some money at some point. Let's use a key. We need the dark room, so we'll take it. Yes, spare hall is unfinished. All right. I'm going to take this one and hope it's the utility closet. It's not. It is the pantry, and we basically that's the trade-off of the dark room. We're going to do the other side of the passageway, hoping that we can turn the lights on there. Ooh, we got 1 key left. Got to use it. Commissary, you know what? But we need keys. Let's go ahead and use the billiard room. So the green is addition, the yellow subtraction. So 19 minus 14 is 5. Pink is multiplication, so 1 times 1 is 1. Purple is division. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 12 minus 4 is 8. Times 2 is 16. Divided by 16 is 1. Silver key. There we go. Boom. Braveccio. Grazie. Gracias. Muchísimas gracias. Okay. How many steps we have? We need to go to the chapel. We'll take that. I don't want to get too far out of control, but I need to see if I can connect these 2 hallways. Let's see. Yeah, you know, might as well. Nine steps is a crap ton. Jeez. We'll take the courtyard. Give me a key. Nope, a rock. Sweet. Boom, we'll take that. We will take that all day. Commissary is a dead end. Observatory has a chance. And gives us the bonus, so we'll take that. Yeah, 9 steps. The... What was that? I forgot what that was called. That other green room had four doors on it. The cloister. Usually it's like 3 or 4 gems. There's some... You can pick up gems there. And there's usually some dig spots. Alright, we got more 4 doors, and we got a gem. That's what I'm talking about. We just are super low on keys. We don't have a lockpick, so... Green rooms do not cost gems to draft, but we're not going by gems, so that kind of sucks. Oh, this is ideal. Perfect. Boom. Great. Now we're connected. So that worked out great. Look at all that. Look at all those glorious paths we have upward. That is a sexy map right now. That is one of the sexiest maps I've ever seen. We're going to go down here and hopefully get the utility room. That would be best case scenario right now. Don't want to lose half my steps. I don't want to spend 9 steps, so I'm going to do the commissary, even though I don't really want to put it here. And I want to see what we got, at least. We've got... Ooh, an upgrade disc. All right, we got to find a way to get enough coins to get that. I never see that in the shop. That's amazing. 10 keys, a set of gems, 4 gems for 10. We don't need gems. 3 gems, we don't need gems. So these suck. This is good, but expensive. And this is really expensive, but super good. Green rooms are okay. Green rooms typically will give you gems. They usually have multiple exits. They usually have places where you can dig for goodies. Yeah, green rooms are usually decent. There's a few exceptions. There's a few dead-end green rooms, but they usually have some good bonuses. One gives you, like, more rare rooms. Shit. This is what we're going to run into, though. So we don't have any keys. And I really need... Really need a utility closet right now. If we get one thing, even if we got to shut it down. See, this is a dead end. This is a dead end. The keys cost more than I have. I don't have any keys for this, so we're going to redraw. Hallway doesn't cost anything. Cloakroom, coat check. What do I have that I would pass off? I could do the magnifying glass and hope to get the dark room but you know, we've got so many entryways. Let's go ahead and do this. Actually, let's go up there and we will see what open rooms we have. There we go. Winner, winner. Now this sounds like, oh, why are you excited about this right now? That's a dead end. That's all right. We're going to turn off the key cards. We're going to turn on the dark room. Gymnasium off. Garage on in case we come across that. Okay. So. Locked. A lot of locked doors. We got a passageway and we got a dark room. Our third locked door. Our sexy map is becoming increasingly less sexy. More likely to draw green rooms while drafting. Discover less common floor plans while drafting in the library. Or food for sale. Although we don't really have many coins to even buy food. So I'm going to do the library for now. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Ooh, this could work out. First of all, we can just get a book to read next time. We will do... We're going to do the drafting strategy because I think that's useful for everybody. We also have a treasure map here, which this could actually bail us out. Nope, because we will not get that far in the map. So that shows where you need to go. Additional reading. The house directory is a great resource for information. If you wish to read more about a specific room in your house, press R1 to pull up the directory. This is saying like you could do... You can see what's what. Okay, so here we go. This is the moment of decision. Ooh, crap. So this is basically it for us. We can select a new floor. Like, the weight room is going to cut our steps in half, so then we're down to 10. There's a good chance that door could be locked. Even if it's not, probably not going to go that far without any keys. Laundry room's a dead end. I can launder some keys. I could turn some gems into keys, I think. Oh, that actually could be the best bet. Now that I think about it. That could let us undo the hallway, 2 hallways. Huh. Or this, where we get to add a new floor plan permanently to this state that we haven't had yet. This will give us 14 steps, 15 by the time we get in there. This will give us 16, because you take one when you go in. How many steps does it take to get back to the front of the house? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. If we did, this would take us 16. I don't know how much it costs to launder. What you can do in the laundry room is you can either change your gems to keys. I think between your gems, keys, and coins, you can convert them to one another. But there's also an initial cost, and I can't remember what that is. I'm going to do the drafting studio. Because we're basically saying this is as far as we can go today. And we're going to shut it down. But there's good news. So hold on your butts. Because it won't be over here. We're going to do the drafting studio. There's a very detailed paper model of a safe. And you can use the magnifying glass to input a code. I don't know if it tells you where it is. Oh, crap. The Great Hall partitioning plan for Wednesday, November 11th. Today is the 11th. I forgot. I think the safe in the... what do you call it? Bunker. Was it the bunker? That was yesterday. Damn it. So Saturday, day 1 is Saturday, November 7th. So I was right on that. Except we're day 5 now. So that was yesterday. Yesterday, I should have gone back and looked in the bunker, or whatever it's called, that was outdoors for I forgot about the time lock. Womp womp. But now we know. This is Strategy for Drafting Volume 1. The drafting spectrum. Should come as no surprise, the first color comes to mind when speaking about blueprints is blue. Hundreds of years ago, blah, blah, blah. Over the years, the fear of political connotation deferred to innovation. The use of colored prints eventually became popular. Violet prints, for example, are only used when creating plans for a bedroom. Orange floor plan will immediately inform a contractor the print contains designs for a hallway. And this tells you, like, violet rooms are for... They're good with the sleeping mask, the nursery, the servants' quarter. This just tells you, like, the different benefits of them. And that some rooms are a blend of different colors. That also means there's certain actions, benefits, rooms, or whatever that like will bank off how many rooms you have of a certain color, and so some of these count for more than one color. Chart and a cart. This would be an H here. And then finally we got, oh shit. I was hoping we were going to get something else. All right, so we got 3 rooms. We get to pick one of these to add to the pool permanently. There's the Dovecote, I don't know how you pronounce this. Basically, it's like the owlery from Harry Potter. The benefit is, it's not by choosing it. It's that anytime it comes up in the pool to pick, it gives you an option where you can spin the rooms to make the exits face different directions, which is really useful, for orientation, which you want to, have where. But once you pick it and it's on the map, you won't have that benefit anymore. The clock tower, it benefits off tomorrow rooms. So for every tomorrow room, meaning room you pick for that has the benefit for the next day, each room you have like that, you will get an extra key for the next day. And in the vestibule, it's a 4-way room. It does cost gems to draft. I think it's 2 or 3. 4 room, which is great. But every time you enter it, the doors all close. So there's like 4 little mini hallways that are in this room, and you're in this small little circle. You go into it, all 4 doors close. 3 of them will be unlocked. 1 of them is locked randomly. And so you could be that every time you go in it multiple times, that the door you want to go into is locked again. So I think what has the most practicality right now is this guy. So I'm going to add it to the pool. Even though we need keys right now, it's tomorrow room. You don't always draft a lot of tomorrow rooms. All right, now here's the big deal. You guys ready for this? Do we have security? We do not have security. Dang it. All right. Doesn't matter. What we're going to do is we're going to come back to this picture. We're going to pull out our magnifying glass. And we're going to see 1128. Okay. Ooh, a gem that I don't need. 1, 2. All right, so when you go through the hallway thing, down. Eight plus 2, great. That probably saved us. We're back out here. That picture is of the orchard. We're at 7 steps. Six steps. These Washington Mountains. If you ever get to go to the Pacific Northwest, do it. It's just too beautiful to ever pass up. $11.28. Boom. And now The apple orchard has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each new day with an extra 20 steps. That's what I'm talking about. That's why they pay us the big bucks. Now we start with 70 every day. If we had the sauna on top of this, we would start with 90. If we have that in the hovel, we can open up a lot of rooms with them steps. So, this has a bird bath. Ugh, excuse me. There's a steam pipe coming out of here. This has, I don't know if you remember this guy, Alakazam. But now we're up to 2 flames. How's everybody doing? We're almost done. If you're still here, thanks for hanging in. We're at 12:20. Most of this solo. Dreams really can come true. We got a sundial. And then in here, we have Gardener's Logbook. When I first came on the estate in the capacity of the new groundskeeper, I was a little dismayed to find that my predecessor had kept no notes, no logbook, and no record of any kind regarding the various gardens and green rooms of the house under its care. As a result of this improvidence, in the first few months of my post, I suffered a number of embarrassing professional blunders that I believe could have been avoided, with even a few scraps of imparting wisdom from the previous groundsman. To that end, I will make an effort to make some record of my dealings on the estate in as much as it pertains to horticultural culture and general tomfoolery. Robert Nogula, groundskeeper. So he's a new guy. After the other one got fired and told to leave the hovel, because apparently that's where he stayed. And that guy, he had shitty accommodations. I don't blame him for doing a shitty job. You're telling me you didn't pay him well enough to have a place that wasn't an absolute barn to sleep in, and he did a bad job doing your groundskeeping. I'm sorry, the billionaire class needs to pay up. Among my many commissioned duties, I have been tasked with the conservation and oversight of Mount Holly's alluring grounds. My domain stretches from gate to gate and encompasses the apple orchard, entrance drive, and east yard. Fortunately for my workload, the maintenance of the west grounds has not been a priority since Lady Epstein's death and the ensuing closure of the west wing. Nevertheless, I take some pride in my work, so I still endeavor to brush the west path weekly, even if none but myself take notice. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rooms at the house that require some level of upkeep and light groundskeeping. The majority of these I discovered are only draftable on the perimeter of the house along the east and west wings. The terrace, patio, veranda, morning room, greenhouse, and secret garden all fall within this category. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 of them you can draft in the middle of the house. The soil survey. One of the first tasks I undertook as groundskeeper was to conduct a survey of the various plots of soil underneath each slot on both the east and west wings of the house. I forgot about this. And while I would have preferred a full survey of all 45 plots of the house, it was clear the inconvenience such an undertaking would produce was in no way worth the extra data, especially considering the rooms that would benefit from the survey only ever appear in the wings. To quantify soil quality, I measured the soil's capacity to support crop growth and maximize the promise of high yields. The survey ended up taking 2 weeks due to some difficulty reaching the higher ranks, but the project was well worth the effort. As suspected, the room position has a direct relationship to the amount of fruit spread from gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in a greenhouse. So you're more likely to find fruit and gems from flowers on the east side and more as you go up. Nothing will grow in that second rank on the left. Smudge pots. A few years ago, the Baron made the long overdue decision to switch from gas lighting to electrical power. The installation of the new system was a substantial undertaking, as almost every room in the house had to be equipped with new fixtures and wiring. Thankfully, these renovations did not extend beyond the mansion's interior, and all the lamps and equipment I use outside of the house are still connected and powered by gas line, including but not limited to the orchard's smudge pots. And there's the gas line valve, which we've turned 2 of them now. The smudge pots found among the apple trees here in the orchard are a critical necessity thanks to the cold temperatures and high altitude of the estate. These gas-burning stack heaters prevent frost and should be kept on during the winter months to ensure a daily yield of apples. When the smudge pots are not in use, the orchard's gas line should be turned off to conserve resources of the estate's other gas-powered machinery and appliances. After a few months of idleness, I finally have a new cause to champion. I've submitted a request for a change of scenery. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Orinda, currently in the cloister, with the much more appropriate angel Rinna. After all, as beautiful as the statue is, shouldn't the greenery of Mount Holly be governed by the paragon of gardening? Though amused, I do not think Anne took the request too seriously, though she did humor me and listen to me rave and pontificate on the subject for the better part of our lunch yesterday, and she wonders why I avoid tending the cloister. Truth be told, I've forgotten how to access the inner garth, and am too scared of chastisement to probe for the particulars for a third time. My best rendition, pretty good considering I have only ever seen Rinna's depiction in the chapel. So in the chapel, there are pictures of these different angels. Let's see, we have a shovel. Oh, holy smokes. I forgot this was here. I remember having something. I remember there was something by these 2 stones. I was like, I got to shovel. So in my main game, I'm playing on my computer, another computer. It's like hours and hours in, really close to the end. I haven't even got the spot. This now just reminds me. I was actually missing this one thing. This is great. Dug up a secret floor plan where you like to permanently add conservatory to your drafting pool. Adjust the rarity of the floor plans in your house. So when you get this, kind of like the drafting room, it pulls up 3 floor plans you have, and you get to set them to different rarity. So ones that are really useful, that are rare, you can make more common, vice versa. Yes, I want to add that. That was a huge thing. Glad we took the time. All right. That's as far as we can go. So we'll call it a day. We got 2 permanent additions. That's pretty awesome. Let's see what it calls us. Mid-sized villa. And there you have it, my friends. There's the jam. Hope you enjoyed that tonight. Brenda is getting ready for us to wind down. I know that she would say thank you for being here and have a wonderful evening. I hope you know that you're celebrated and loved. I don't know how many of you are still here. I will... $10. So I got 10 of you. Look, you 10. Maybe 9 plus me. Thank you for being here, honestly. Any questions? Anything you guys want to throw at me before I'll give you a few minutes before Brenda's back and we're actually shutting it down. So if so, feel free to throw them up here in the chat. Thank you, Bex. Thanks for sticking around. Obviously, the more my communication goes up, the more my command of the language goes up, the more, and this isn't my stream to begin with. This is Brenda being like, have some fun tonight. I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'll probably get into this more on my own channels in the future. But I appreciate, again, let me just say, you all have been a key part. You've been a critical part of my own just feeling like coming back to my best self. Divorce is hard. Divorce can be really painful. And, you know, part of the split with my ex was like our values kind of fragmented. I feel like she kind of went the way of buying into a lot of MAGA propaganda and then didn't really care for the values that I was working for and standing for, and that hurt. And there was a lot of sacrifices I had made to try to provide for just you know, blah blah. I wasn't perfect either, but you know, that, and then on top of that, you know, my family's pretty conservative. We don't see eye to eye. They don't really communicate much with me. Seeing the country being collapse, wanting to leave, knowing like there's be more freedom to try to educate on the things that I want to. But a lot of transition, a lot of loss really quickly. And so I say all that because like you all have been a key part of me, even though my communication isn't great in your native language. You all have been accommodating to me. You've been welcoming. You've absolutely been some of the most socially enriching people and times that I've got to have since I've been here, and really helped for me feel like Mexico can be and also is presently a home for me. You know, if you'd have told me 10 years ago, like, hey, one day you'll have to basically migrate, you'll migrate to another country, I would have said, like, there's no way. No way. Thanks, Bex. Appreciate the help. Appreciate the camaraderie. Always feel free to teach me. Yep, words and phrases. Pick up some here and there. I need to be more intentional on that. We finally get like some more freedom. Brenda and I do. I was waiting for, you know, just some things to, yeah, just different benchmarks that I wanted to clear. And we kind of had some of the things from back in my hometown hit that where just gave us more. My divorce was finalized last year. But even, you know, like I said, I've still got Rossi and Max up there. That's kind of a question mark for me. I do love those puppies. I miss them. But even having like some of my financial assets like back under my control, that finally happened. That frees things up. But yeah, you all have been really wonderful. I mean, shoot, tomorrow is Mexico Korea. I wouldn't even know the importance of that matchup, that game, and like how much like joy there is in that without you all. Thank you all for being so wonderful, and yeah, just being kind. Thanks, Bex. Yeah, I miss them too. I don't know if it'll work out. We're gonna try, see what we can do, but also like we don't know how safe it is for someone like me to go back in the country. I know that I wouldn't take Brenda there right now. I mean, if you're not already in the United States, do not go there unless you're a citizen. There's just too many things that can go wrong, and I think we're not being told nearly the degree of what's being inflicted upon people. So, but we're divided. If you can see them, 17 minutes is important. We're divided. We're divided. Oh, Yeah. So anyway, that's the scoop. If you ever go, it'll be for BTS. That's right. I'm sure. They probably enjoy coming here more than they like the States, if I'm guessing. I thought Brenda would stop back in, but I think she's talking to family. Anyway, know you're loved, know you're appreciated. I'm gonna sign off here. We'll do it again sometime. Have fun watching the game tomorrow. Go Mexico. Y'all have a good night. Get some rest. We will do it again soon, and we'll have fun. Keep on being your wonderful selves. We'll talk to you later. More Nathan after art. That's right. Thanks, Jen. Later, gang. However I do this. We're going to hit the stop streaming button. Hopefully that works. See you, Max.